Yes, everybody, good afternoon. Hope everybody's having a decent day. If you're thinking about Arsenal yesterday, it will annoy the hell out of you, but it is what it is. We try to continue with our lives. It's not easy, especially when Arsenal Football Club has been part of our lives for so long. But it's another day, people. Are we still annoyed? I'm very annoyed. I'm frustrated. I'm angered. Not shocked, like I said yesterday. Definitely not shocked. Not shocked whatsoever with this manager no more. But let's talk about a few things. Absolutely, we're going to talk about yesterday. People do jump on, express your frustration, don't hold back, tell me what you think. We'll talk about yesterday. Again, how this manager's cost us more points. He's the biggest problem. Are more people waking up? Is more people waking up now um, and realizing Arteta, he just ain't the guy. He's just not the manager for Arsenal Football Club, and he's took us as far as he can. I want to hear from Man United fans, Chelsea fans. Do you think you wasted a summer window focusing on attacking players? Man United definitely needed attack. They needed attacking players, 100%. But Chelsea, you didn't need to sign Garnacho, man. Let's be real, you didn't. Um, Tottenham, will they be a force? Tottenham fans, welcome to jump on if you want to. Will Tottenham be a force this season? I think Thomas Frank, well, let's just say this, Thomas Frank will definitely get Tottenham playing 20 times better than what he did last year. They ain't finishing 17th, people, no chance. Um, Nottingham Forest, I have a feeling you might struggle this season. I really do. I really do think you might struggle. And is the title over, people? I personally think it is. I just don't. You just can't fall behind your rivals. At this time, in September, 22nd September, if you fall 2 points behind, that it's okay. But 5, 6 points, I mean, you just can't. You just can't do that, man. It's just not going to happen. And Liverpool, to me, they haven't even clicked. They haven't even clicked yet. That's worrying. That's worrying. I see Liverpool. I don't see Liverpool losing for next 5 games, and it could even be longer. So yeah, there's a bit to talk about, everybody. So just express what you think. Tell about yesterday going against Arteta. There's more people waking up, and these people what are 50-50 or 70-30, 70% still Arteta in, 30% Arteta out, and now they're realizing it he's not the guy. He's just not the guy, and he will do everything he can to benefit himself rather than Arsenal Football Club. And I'll just say this on Sunday: I believe Martinelli will be left wing. Gyökeres obviously will be the striker. Saka will, which we all want, will go straight back in at right wing. Odegaard will come straight into midfield, and Eze will be on the bench again. That's already what I predicted against Newcastle. And you know what? We can't even draw a game. Arsenal cannot even draw a match now. They've got to win every single football match. AJ, good afternoon, Rich. Good afternoon, AJ. Big up, my guy. Hope you are well. The Alliance, Arsenal Alliance, big up, Rich. Big up, Lee. Good to see you, my guy. Go and subscribe as well to the Arsenal Alliance, people. Lee, man. Well, mate, absolutely. I mean, it 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 doesn't shock you no more, my guy. It just does not shock you. Absolute pathetic yesterday performance. And you know what? There's just one person to blame, and that's Arteta for everything. We've got some fantastic players, people, at this club now. We've really got some very good individual players, but we ain't going to see the best of them at this club. I'm telling you, no chance. Not while Mikel Arteta is manager. AJ Rich, I don't know about yourself because I am more angry now. Which I don't know about yourself. Where are we? Why is that just gone? Yourself, because I am more angry now than last night. Well, yeah, I mean, in a way, AJ, I'm still fuming, mate. I am. And I think what it is as well, people, what annoys you even more the days after, the first, today, first day, second day, tomorrow, etc., is because you'll see the Harry Symeous, Tom Cantons, Igals, Roy Talks BS, Adam Keys, Moneypenny. They do everything to think of a perfect excuse to try and mask over it. Oh, well, it wasn't that bad, it's a point, it's a point. That's where the annoyance comes in the next days, I think, AJ. That's where I think people get pissed off because You'll see them next minute. They come in. They have to think, right, we need to protect him. We need to protect him. We need to think of something to say, and that's where I think it becomes annoying, even more the days after. AJ, league is done because we are losing to Newcastle, so we will be 8 behind. Yeah, absolutely, man. The Arsenal Alliance is terrified of losing. He is, Lee. Arteta's thought process is, I can't lose. How about start thinking, I'm going to win. I've spent 1 billion. I've got all my players I need. Now I'm going to go full throttle against every team. None of this, well, we're away at Anfield. We need to be a bit protective. Yeah, of course you do. You need to hold your own for a little bit and play a bit more defensive. But this manager doesn't. All he wants is tiny little glimpses of attack, well, urgency and intensity. He just wants tiny little glimpses. He's too scared of saying, right, just go for it. Absolutely take Liverpool to sword for 20 minutes. Absolutely thrive on playing against Liverpool at Anfield. Boss them, own them, take it to them in the backyard. This does not happen with this manager, people. And not every game you can do that. It doesn't happen like in football. Not every game you can do that. But he doesn't do it. Against Forest, oh, well, no shit, Sherlock. Against Forest, no disrespect to Forest, but they're not even Forest the last season, let me tell you. He takes the game to him. He lets the players play with freedom. He lets them express themselves, and we won. And we won 3-0. Yesterday, I even called it on my Twitter. Even before the game started, I said Moreno, Rice, and Zubimendi will be the midfield, and it was. It's an absolute shambolic way of going around. It's an absolute shambolic way, knowing you have to win a Premier League title, and you're doing this already. You literally you making it so hard for Arsenal now to win this title. You've messed it up already early doors. I don't care about Man City losing 2 games already and drawing 1. That's them. They've got plenty of credit in bank. They've won multiple titles, Champions Leagues, FA Cups, semi-final every season, final every season. This is Arsenal Football Club, people. And I'll say it again. The 3 things I use: no Wembley, currently under Arteta. No Wembley whatsoever. No finals with Mikel Arteta. No trophies with Mikel Arteta. And the 4th thing now, well, if you want to say another thing, which he's currently doing, which he doesn't do, there's no plan B. And now the 5th thing, what cannot happen going forward, we cannot even draw a football match. What an absolute bastard of a manager we've got at this football club. Look at the position we've been put in now. We can't even draw a match. We have got to win every single football match. We cannot draw whatsoever. I predicted Arsenal's title will be finished by October. I said it on here, said it 2 weeks ago. I'm just so frustrated that people are still backing this manager for what? For just taking part every season, turning up. Yeah, but he's got us challenging. Challenging means nothing, people. Already people are getting bored of Arsenal. Even Jamie Carragher says, a big up to him as well, Arsenal wasted 45 minutes. And when Roy Keane speaks, who, by the way, one of the greatest midfielders we've ever seen in Premier League, won the lot, at club level. When Arteta, as he would, which we knew he would, in his post-match interview, yeah, I'm incredibly proud of my players. We dominated it. I don't know where this dominated thing comes from, because to me, when I've watched football over years, if I'm watching a team and I say, yeah, they dominated it, to me, a team what dominates a game is when they're peppering that goal, when they're shooting that goalkeeper is making save after save. They've hit the bar, they've hit the left post, they hit the right post. To me, that's a team what's dominating that team. They need to start changing it and saying we had more of the ball than Man City. We didn't dominate it. We had the ball more than Man City, but we didn't do anything with it. No, there was zero creativity in first half. Oh, as soon as Eze come on, Who knew? Obviously, we knew what was going to happen. I'll tell you something. Well, I have been saying this on Twitter, even start of like last season, and well, maybe just say a month into season, 2 months into season. Big problems are coming to Arsenal. They're coming and they're round the corner, and already we ain't going to win league this season. So that's the title done. Over. Pressure is now to win the Champions League, and I don't care what anyone says. Even if it's September, you think of the points tally. Stop thinking of the month. Think of the points tally. And big players are going to start leaving. Why would they want to stick around at Arsenal and be like, well, we nearly win league. We nearly win league. There's no final. There's no Wembley. They're going to go. They're going to leave. William Saliba will leave Arsenal. Right, where are we? AJ, I could be completely wrong, but I don't think Big Ange eye line just doesn't suit the Forest squad. No. Absolutely. Milinkovic and Morello are absolutely brilliant centre backs together. They need a steady manager, mate. They need a steady manager. And Ange, well, he ain't steady. The Arsenal Alliance, Pep went very defensive. They was there for the taking. He did, Lee, but he came to take it to Arsenal first, and then he changed it up, which is just sign of a fantastic manager. And they've got Marmouche, they've got Cherki, they've got Kushinoff, the ex-Lens centre back from Liga, playing at right back. They've got O'Reilly playing at left back. I mean, Man City's got injuries, people. But Man City looked like in first half they could take it to Arsenal and score again. They were opening up Arsenal very easily. AJ, the Arsenal Alliance, yes, he did. 2 points dropped. Khalid, big up Rich, big up Khalid, my guy. Where are your thoughts now? What are you thinking, Khalid? We want to know. AJ, I will say it again. Please, 1-0 Port Vale so he gets sacked. I mean, yeah, AJ. I mean, it hurts, man, that we actually are saying we want Arsenal to lose these games, but we can't think of any other way what will get this manager sacked. He's just a stubborn, smug prick, people. And please, everybody, if you're new to the chat or whatever, can you please smash up the likes and subscribe as well? Khalid, he's proving you right day by day. Khalid, are you telling us, my guy, that what we've been saying for a long time, we've been right? We want to know, Khalid. We want to know. Big up Khalid every time. Yeah, we want to know what Khalid thinks, mate. We want to know. Khalid, I turned it off. I couldn't watch rest. I was fuming. Khalid, big up AJ. The Arsenal Alliance. It's all changed at the top. So hopefully his days are numbered. Lee, I'd love to say it, man. Honestly, I would love to say, yeah, I hope it is. But I still don't think he's under pressure. I really don't. I really don't. If Arteta goes and wins Carabao Cup and FA Cup, he ain't going to get sacked. He just won't get sacked. Because the thing is, what I look at as well, which I always look at bigger pictures, ifs and buts, etc. How I see it is that the Cronkies are scared shitless of having a proper manager. A winning proven manager, even like someone Simone, which I've won the most in his career, like compared to context. But Simone's a winner, he's a proper manager. He knows how to change things in games, etc. He'd get the best out of Odegaard, Gyökeres, Martinelli. My concern is that Cronkies won't know how to deal with a proper football manager. I just don't see it. They won't want to give him money. There's no way they're going to bring another manager in and then say, right, there's 200 million again. Now, we've built a very good squad. So he's already got an advantage, the potential, fingers crossed, new manager, that it could happen. But I just don't imagine the Cronkies wanting to work with a Conte, Simone, Inzaghi, and Enrique, which, by the way, Enrique will be next Man City manager. You heard it first. I've been saying it now for about maybe a month. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I do believe Enrique will be the next City manager. So I just can't imagine the Cronkies being able to handle a proper winning proven manager where he's telling them, I need that signing to win the league. That's what I want. I need that signing to win the league. I just can't imagine it. So I have my massive doubts when people say he's under pressure and that. I don't think he is. I honestly don't think he is. If he goes and finishes second, wins an FA Cup and gets to a quarter-final at Champions League, oh, well, next season we're going to go for it. Now the players have settled and all gelled, and he's got all his players, etc., and they've played together for one season. We're going to win Premier League next season. That's all you're going to hear next, people. That's the next excuse. That's what it's going to be. Yeah, we'll win league next season. Now we've had all these players playing together. Yeah, we'll win league next season. I can hear the excuses coming now, man. Honestly. Where are we? Mark, big up Rich, big up Mark. Hope you are well, my guy. Good to see you, man. Yesterday, shambolic, pal. No bravery. Didn't let the players play with freedom because didn't even have enough of creativity at all. And then obviously, as soon as Eze comes on, like we all say, like we've all noticed, ask Crystal Palace fans, that's commentators, pundits, fans from other clubs, loads of other people. Is Eze number 10? Absolutely. Darren Fletcher, Ali McCoy, when they're commentating on Arsenal v Bilbao, they even said, I don't think Eze's that effective from the left side, from the left wing. I think he's more effective as a number 10. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's saying it, mate. Everybody already. And everybody knows Eze, number 10, is a forward thinker. He's got that forward thinking attitude. He can pick a ball up. He can drive with a ball. There's no hesitation in his play. Whereas Odegaard will run forward, come back, sideways, air flicks. Odegaard's one of them. Will pick the ball up. He will drive with intensity, urgency. He'll pass it fast into Gyökeres's feet. He'll feed Saka. I'd like to say a left winger, but I don't know these days who's going to be the left winger. But I already said who the team will be against Newcastle on Sunday. What I think Arteta will pick, not what I want. Where are we? AJ, big up Mark every time. It's great to see people at the Arsenal Alliance. I believe he's purposely sabotaging Gyökeres. You know what, Lee? I honestly do think that. I really do. Because he's ready to say, oh, it didn't really work for Gyökeres. No, because you haven't played to his strengths. And you know what he's going to do then? He's going to bring his love child back into the team. Two love childs, Odegaard and Kai Havertz. I bet he's absolutely rubbing his hands together saying, well, it hasn't really worked with Gyökeres, has it? You know what? Let's bring Kai Havertz back into the team. And I've said this before. Sorry. Do apologise. I said this last night on my stream, early hours, I on about 1:30 this morning. I said, Victor Gyökeres, to me, looks like someone who can get fed up very quickly. He's got a bit of an attitude, which I want. I want that. And do not be surprised if this is how it's going. By January, they're out at title race, 0 service, and he's scored probably, let's say, 6 Premier League goals. Let's say by Christmas, which is not good at all, people. And you know why? Because this manager, this stubborn, smug prick wanker of a manager, is going to ruin another player. Do not be surprised if you get one of those players where you think, where did that come from? And he's telling his agent, I want out. I want out. I don't like this, the way Arsenal play. I can't play like this. Because to me now, you look at Victor Gyökeres and he looks an average striker. And he's not an average striker. You've seen that against Leeds. He got that ball and he thought, there's one thing I'm doing, I'm putting ball in net. Picks it up, down the byline, drives in, barges by people and smashes it. Not the hardest shot, but straight in bottom corner. Because that's his instinct. That's how Victor Gyökeres thinks. Goals, goals, goals. I want to score goals. I must score. And under this manager, everybody, it ain't working. It's a little bit early, but I just don't see signs because again, all the problems keep going back to Mikel Arteta. Why there's no plan B? Why there's no creativity? Everything all goes back to Mikel Arteta. So do not be surprised if Victor Gyökeres turns around with a bombshell and wants a shock exit, fast leave, and says next summer, like already tells his agent in January, if it's not happening, I want to move in summer. Because players do that. They can turn up at a club and in a year they've had enough and they want out. And I've just got a little feeling if things don't start changing, Gyökeres is that kind of player where he's like, I ain't having this. I'm on bench sometimes. Kai Havertz is playing. They're not playing to my strengths. I think he will turn around with a shock exit with Arsenal. We want a shock, fast exit away from Arsenal so he can keep, progressing with his career because loads of other teams will take him straight away. I hope it don't happen, but I've just got a feeling with Gyökeres, the way his body language is and that. Where are we? Khalid, awful lineup, shit subs, happy with a draw. It's dire, man. Absolutely, Khalid. So, Khalid, we want to ask you the question, my guy. Are you Arteta in now? In fact, I'm not going to say it like that. Do you want Arteta to be the manager of Arsenal Football Club, or do you want him gone? AJ, the Arsenal Alliance, I fully agree with that. With that, the moment Kai is fit, Victor Gyökeres bench. Yeah, this is what he's doing. This is what he's doing. The Arsenal Alliance, absolutely, AJ. AJ, Eze is wearing the legendary number 10 shirt. Does Arteta not know who the fuck? I'm not going to say the F. Not know what the fuck that means. Yes, the Flying Dutchman, the greatest player, in my opinion, to ever play in the Premier League. Dennis Bergkamp. FK Arsenal 1983. Big up FK, my guy. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Big up Rich. Hope you're good, mate. What did I tell you? What a wimp of a manager. Get the fuck out. Absolutely. Keep these coming, people. Keep just blowing it up. Don't hold back, you know. Chris Welch, big up, mate. Hope you are well. Chris, hope you are well, my guy. Big up, my guy. McGann, what's that? Chris Welch, you were right. I was wrong. I thought you being at home, you would attack. I couldn't believe it. I know. Chris Welsh, I know he does this away from home, but whoa, doing it at home too. I know, Chris. I know. Khalid, I want him gone if he don't win the Prem or UCL. I mean, we still can't get Khalid to say now. Khalid, I want to ask you a question. If you're still in chat, do you want him gone now? Do you want to save the season now? Let's just say it's not going to happen. Let's just say Andre Berta has basically told Mikel Arteta, results must improve and you must win all your next 3 matches, not even draw, or you're sacked. Would you back that, knowing that there's a new manager? Because he's not my preferred choice, but right now I would take him straight away. I would love Diego Simeone to just get a run with Arsenal for the rest of the season with these current players. He would thrive of having Eze in the team. He would thrive with Martinelli. Martinelli would be miles better under Simeone. Saka would get a free run. He would stop all this Saka tracking back defending. There you go, my guy. Let the defence, let Zubimendi and Rice take care of everything. Because we're in danger, people. I'm telling you now. Newcastle yesterday against Bournemouth, they rested Harvey Barnes, Alenga, Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton. Who's it? So already, and I don't know if anyone was injured out of those. I know Alenga wasn't and Barnes wasn't because they came on. So against Arsenal, they might be like, right, they need to start. They need to start picking up. They haven't. I think they've only scored. Is it 1 or 2 goals? No, just 2 against Liverpool. They're not at the best start. So they lost to Liverpool. They beat Wolves. I can't remember Newcastle's fixture. Who did they? They're drawn, obviously, to Bournemouth yesterday. Who else have they played? They've drawn another game as well. Drawn to Aston Villa. So Newcastle need to pick up. And I'll tell you something now. That is the last place you want to be going when Newcastle really need to get a result to St. James's Park. It'll probably be hot. Well, I wouldn't say hot, but it'll probably be sunny. Mind, it don't matter to them anyway. Those Geordies, even in winter, going to away games, they've got the bellies out, everything. Newcastle fans, you ain't got to ever worry about atmosphere there, home or away with them. So it's going to be a really tough game on Sunday, people. Arteta always seems to get schooled by Eddie Howe. And when you think of like what players they rested, they're going to be fresh for Sunday. I don't think we'll win. I don't think we'll win. I even predicted that the new out of those 6, what I said, at the start of the season when fixtures came out, I did say Newcastle will beat Arsenal. Originally, I said we'd draw to Man City. We would beat Man United. So I got that wrong. I put my hands up. I said we'd beat Leeds. I said we'd beat Forest. I said we'd lose to Liverpool. So I've nearly predicted all 6. But then I changed it with a Man City game. The last like this time last week, I says Arsenal will lose to Man City. So I did change it. Originally, I said the draw, which happened yesterday, but I did change it to say Man City would win 2-0. And I thought yesterday, I still could have been right with the correct score as well. But I did actually think we're losing this. We're going to lose all 3 points. Where are we? Khalid, I want him gone if he don't win Prem or UCL. Mark Arteta, fuck off now. Absolutely, Mark. Get him out. Get him gone, man. Out right now. Chris Wells, you can forget about Premier League already. Already played 2 title contenders and didn't win. Nothing's changed. Big up to you, Chris, my guy. 100%. It is true. You can forget about it. Khalid, I'd back that. It's over. The Premier League title is over for Arsenal. And it is for Man City. It is. And I still think Man City will push more of a threat, though, than Arsenal. I really do. Once they get all their players back, I think Man City will go on a serious run. They won't win league, which I did predict. Again, I got that wrong. Start of the season, I did say Man City will win league. I got that wrong. But I think they'll be more of a threat than Arsenal. I think they'll definitely be more of a threat than Arsenal. Khalid, because if you can't beat Newcastle, Port Vale, Olympiacos with that squad, then you're no good. It's this manager, Khalid. It's this manager, man. You would see how good Arsenal players are as a collective unit, etc. Individually, even more if we had a better manager. Eddie Howe, Thomas Frank would get miles more out of them because he would know the right balance. Chris Welsh, you will set up like this away to Newcastle. Yeah. Well, Odegaard will come back in, Chris. I think it'll be Odegaard, Zubamendi, Rice, Martinelli actually on the left wing, Gyökeres as a striker, Saka back in the right wing position, which we all want. And guess what? Eze will be on the freaking bench. Where is it? Chris Welsh, I died with laughter and cringeness at Arsenal over celebrated equaliser. They were doing a victory tour for draw. I know. It's embarrassing. Arsenal Lions, they beat us 3 out of 4 last season. Yeah, they did. They did, Lee. Eddie Howe knows how to school Mikel Arteta. 100%. Absolutely. Do you think some of the players want him gone? Good question. That is a good question, Khaled. I don't know, you know. Well, I remember the other week, they were in Spain training camp before season started, and Arteta turned up, and the players greeted him, you know, like you would, shake hands, etc. I think it was Miles Lewis Skelly, Declan Rice. I can't remember. I probably can't remember, but he went up to him. He met him obviously when they were in that little training camp in Spain for a little bit, and I think before they went to Singapore. And some of the players went up to Arteta, you know, greeted him. Obviously, this is before the season started, and they were like that, and give him a bit of cuddle. He cuddled him, etc. And he went up to Saliba. He went up to Saliba, and Saliba were like, as if to say, "Oh, yeah, it's you. You're back." I, I looked at it, and I looked at the face expression of Saliba, and he were like, as if to say, "Oh man, you know, you're back." Yeah, it's. Let me show you this. Let me show you this from yesterday. Let me show you this. So we all know about Madueke. We've heard about Madueke's injury, everybody. So this is what it's showing you yesterday. Limping. That was yesterday. And that's half time, I do believe. It said none of Madueke limping into the changing room at half time. Yeah, at half time after injury against Manchester City. Now there's been rumours today, people, that it's ACL. It's ACL. But yeah, I've been told, not been told, sorry, but I've heard it's not. It's not as serious as an ACL, which is good news in a way. So But it again, it's like you can imagine him having a bit of a knock on his knee and Arteta, "Yeah, you'll be fine, you'll be fine, you'll be fine." And I'm sick of, like, thinking of, like, when you think, "Oh, yeah, but did Arteta do that? Did he go against the medical staff?" But this is how I just see it with this manager. I can see him even saying to medical staff, "Well, it's a bit of a risk, if you play Saliba, Arteta, that if he gets a knock, maybe in this game, it could cause, future problems again." "Yeah, yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We'll take the risk, we'll take the risk. We have to play him, we have to play him." Because he is that persistent in his way. If it's anything he wants, that's it. Nothing stops it. Nothing gets in his way. He is so stubborn, people. And I tell you something now, even in life, when people are that stubborn, they fall short. Let me tell you. Stubbornness is good sometimes, but stubbornness, when it's too much, will get you nowhere. It will set you back in anything you do in life, and definitely as a manager when you're constantly doing it. Also, Khalid, do you think some of the players want him gone out? I really don't know what to say about that. I think Saliba, like what I've just mentioned with that example, Saliba, we were like, "Oh yeah, yeah, you're back." That's how he looked at him. "Oh, it's you." That's how he looked at him. Chris Welsh, God rest his soul. Jota equalised for 10 men. Liverpool v Fulham last season. He got balls straight away. Got back to the halfway line. Yeah, this is it, people. You know, FK Arsenal 1983. Is it ACL rich? No, no, apparently, FK. It's not as serious as an ACL, but he is going to spend a bit of time on the touchlines, apparently. I don't know how long. When I hear that, I think it's a month. I think he's going to be out for a month. I really do. I don't think we'll see Nonomedawake for a month at least now. FK Arsenal 1983. Why are we getting all these injuries? 5 games, five. I know. Again, it just goes back to Mikel Arteta, FK. I can only blame Arteta. I just can't see anything past Arteta. I just think it's all because of Arteta. Khalid, nah, it's not an ACL, but Arteta's training methods are getting these players in. Yeah, they are. And you know what? They even trained on Saturday. Now, I know some teams do that where they'll train, you know, um, the day before. I get it, just to get that blood flowing in the legs, to get them warmed up, to get them ready. But I can imagine Arteta's eve of the match training session just being like it normally does, where it's intense. They're running around constantly, not giving them a break, and then asking them to play next day against City. I can imagine that. I can honestly imagine that. Like sometimes you do the training and you think, right, just have a little bit of a light session today, get the blood flowing in the legs, get used to it, get everything like moving, no seizing up, etc. But I can imagine Arteta saying, full ball, full ball, full ball, go absolute crazy in training, ready for tomorrow against Man City. That's how I see this manager. I just don't like this manager, people. I don't like him as a manager. I can't stand him as a person. And obviously, I can't stand him as a manager. And it makes it worse when you still see these people covering up for him. When are they going to start waking up? When are they going to start using this up here, this brain cell, instead of being absolutely took for a twat and brainwashed and owned by the likes of Harry Simeon, Tom Canton, Roy Tuts BS, Adam Keys, Igal, Moneypenny. There's many, 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 many more. When are they going to start waking up and realizing they've used that many thousands of people to catapult their social media, to build their platform on all the social medias? They've literally used all you people to get where they want. That's all they've done. They've lied daily. You've gone to see it on the Twitter, etc., Instagram, whatever, and you've followed them, you've subscribed, you've liked, and you've built their platforms up over years, and it's got them commentating on Arsenal. It's got them doing match interviews. It's got Roy Talks BS on Talksport, on Sky. It's got Moneypenny, the twat, the absolute twat of twats, little prick who doesn't even know anything about Arsenal Football Club's got shit knowledge. And he's on Sky Sports. I mean, what we're doing here? You used to have proper football people on Sky Sports. Elspells knew all stuff about football leagues. She's a massive Torquay fan. She knew all things about football leagues. Tim Lovejoy, you know what I mean? Gillette Soccer Saturday with Jeff Stelling. What the fuck has happened to Sky Sports, people? What has happened? You've got little wet wipes like Moneypenny, a little child talking about football, and actually goes on overlap and still keeps saying it. It made a mockery of Arsenal Football Club, an absolute mockery of Arsenal Football Club, and having to have fans from other clubs answering his questions. I don't know. I was only young then. I was only 3. No, you've just never done any history on Arsenal because all you've done, like others, have thought, how can I boost my social media? Let's look at football. Let's see what's happening on Twitter on football. Oh, Arsenal. They're a big club when it comes to social media, aren't they? They're always talked about. I tell you what, I'm going to pretend I'm an Arsenal fan and I'm going to post something saying Arsenal are the best club in the world. That's all it's going to be. A short post on Twitter. Next minute, 1,000 views, 200 likes. Bang. That's it. Brainwashed so many people. This prick, Moneypenny, etc., and so many others have never even probably watched Arsenal Football Club play, let alone go to the Emirates, Highbury, never even watched them on telly. But they just thought, I need to do something to build a social media so it gives me a life where I don't have to go out there and work properly. Honestly, that's how I see it. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think I'm far wrong, people. That's how I see what these people have done. They've used so many people to build the platforms on social media and get thousands and thousands of people to subscribe, like, follow. And all they've done, they've just used them as puppets because it's built the platforms, having thousands of subscribers, thousands of followers, getting TalkSport gigs, Sky Sports gigs, post-match interviews, pre-match interviews with Arteta, commentating on Arsenal. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And they have the audacity to keep telling us what we can say about our football club, who we've followed for years and watched and passionate about. And they have the audacity to keep saying, you can't say this. Don't be negative. Well, it's early in season. How about shut the fuck up? Where are we? Let's go. Is Welsh Arteta not listening to his medical staff? No, no, Chris. You can imagine it, mate. Just ignoring him. Because was Danny Murphy sucking Arteta? Danny Murphy, who's an irrelevant football player. No one knows, by the way. Yeah, and I used to think Danny Murphy were half decent as well. Khalid, I had a go at Rory Talks football. People like him pissed me off 100%, 100%, Khalid. And it's the way he talks now. Well, on Arteta, I mean, the thing is that I, basically, I don't think it's a really bad result. And that's the thing. You've got all these people being negative about Arsenal, and I just don't see it. I mean, I think he's still doing a good job, and let's stop being negative as well. I mean, what do you think in the chat, people? Are you still Arteta in? I mean, I still think he's the right man for the job. And all you people that love Arsenal and got passion and want Arsenal to raise the standards, I just think you're talking rubbish. I don't see it like where we should be calling for Arteta. I don't think there's no way that's happening right now. Even the voice, man, it's a posh little prick, stuck up twat. Good on you, Khaled. Good on you for having a go, man. FK Arsenal United 3. Arsenal have plus 2 days more rest than Man City. So and this is it. City played Thursday night, people, against Napoli, and Arsenal played Tuesday night. Do you know what I mean? Khaled Moneypenny. Khaled, I heard he was a United fan too. Wow. What Moneypenny? Oh my God. The Arsenal Alliance have a like Khalid Clive as well. Chats so much waffle. Clive, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's Clive? Who's Clive, Khalid? Not heard of this one. I don't know if I've heard of that one. Who else I'm trying to think? Well, I bet we've all seen that Gooner Chris on Twitter who pouts like an absolute prick on his profile pictures, where he's looking up like, oh man. And he posts things of like the players' kids. He's a freak. He's a weird, weird, weird human being, let me tell you. What do we think to... I didn't want to talk about other clubs as well. What do we think about Latifirm? I can't make my judgment about him. I can't make my judgment about him. I don't like it when he says, and the gaffer says this, and the gaffer says that. But then he does start saying, we need to start winning. We need to start playing a different formation. I don't know if I can't. I can't make my mind up about Latifirm. He has a lot of guests on his show. He has Tom Canton. He has Harry. I think he has them all on. But I can't make my mind up about Latifirm. Is he Arteta fully out? I don't know. Or is he, because he says things like Gaffer and that? So I don't think he is Arteta out. But sometimes when he says things, I think, oh, is he kind of swaying and wants this change and wants Arteta? I don't know. I've not made my mind about Latifirm. But everybody, let's talk about, because like I said, Khalid, he's on Arsenal Vision podcast. I don't know. I don't know. I've not heard of that Vision podcast. I don't think. So what do we think now? Do you think Man United and Chelsea have wasted a window focusing on all attack? Let's say Man United first. I don't think they had a choice. I think they had to bring a new whole attack to the team, like Arsenal did, obviously, which we are still short for a left winger, proper left winger. But I think Man United put themselves in I think they're in a really tricky situation, because for us, when we brought our attack in summer, obviously Eze, Madueke, Victor Gyökeres, we kind of could do that. We could have spent 250 million on our attack and still probably been okay-ish. I know we brought in Kepa, Mosquera, Kepa, Norgard, Zubamendi. I know we filled the gaps and filled all positions, went full ball, which were good to see. But with Arsenal, we knew that we had to build an attack. Again, falls back to this manager because he's neglected it for so long. So Arsenal had to just get a new attack. We had to buy a striker. 3 years we had a striker. Unacceptable. Arteta did that as usual. Another problem. Backup for Saka, etc. That's all Arteta's fault. That's why it's cost us a league title. But in defence, we've got the best two centre-back pairing in world football, Gabriel and Saliba. So we was okay in defence-ish. But Mosquera, obviously, Kivior left. So Mosquera comes in. Looks like a great signing. Let's just say 15, 17 million from Valencia. But then he went again and signing Capi. So with Man United, I looked at it thinking they had no choice to sign what they did and spend like around about 200 million on attacking reinforcements. But they still need midfield. You could have probably spent 80 to 100 maybe just on the midfield, and maybe like needed at least 100 million on the defence. So what do Man United do? Do they stick with Ruben Amorim and go again in January? But the thing is with Man United, will they keep going? Now, I think like Man United's in a really tricky situation because they need defenders. They need to sign two. I mean, Lenny Oro's okay. He's not bad. De Ligt is not the worst defender, but I don't think De Ligt's been good since you're at Ajax. He went to Juventus and it didn't really work. Did not really work. And obviously at Bayern, it didn't really work. So I just think Man United are in a big, big problem when you think about it. And I honestly thought this season would be completely different. Against Arsenal, they were brilliant. They really, really was good against Arsenal. They should have won. If it weren't for Gabriel and Saliba, we would have lost. So United, it's tricky because they've got to go again. In January, they've got to go and spend probably 100 million on defenders. And I just don't think they're going to do that. That's not easy for a club to keep doing it. But when it comes to like a big club, it becomes really, really difficult because the expectation is win the league, win cups, win Champions League. And this is where like my point is, where it's like it becomes really tricky because Man United have got to buy defenders now. They've got the attack. Yes, it's not clicked yet. I think it might do, but now they've got to go and sign the defenders, and then they've got to go and sign another midfielder. So I think Man United, if they, I know he always gets them out of shit, and he still scores goals, and he's a decent captain. He's a bit of shows a bit of leadership, but I think they should have sold Bruno in summer. And if they'd got offered 70 million, throw that straight onto defence. Just go and throw that straight onto the defence. And then you think, right, we've got the keeper, Lammers. Obviously, used to play for Royal Antwerp in the Belgian league. So we've got the Lammers. Bayern Day, he's not a bad keeper. Had a fantastic game against Arsenal at FA Cup last season, let me tell you. Absolute brilliant game. So they've got the two keepers. But if you don't sort that defence out, it's like you're always missing a trick. It's like missing bus every time. Bus has gone. Fucking hell. Running. Oh, I missed another bus. I honestly think that's why we're lucky now, and it's a shame with the manager we've got, which we don't want him. We want him out of this club, excuse me. But we're really lucky because we've got a fantastic defence, a decent-ish midfield. When you lose Rice, it's a massive problem. I'm not looking forward to that day when he gets injured. But Man United have still got to build a defence. They've Lenny Yoro, like I said, not bad. Dillit, not bad. Maguire has to play in a back three because he gets ran when he plays like with just a two. And Martinez, it kind of looked good at start. You know, he was a bulldog, a butcher, scoring a few. It looks like his career's going down pan at Man United. So Man United have got a tricky situation. They've got to go and spend about 100 million on defence. And I just don't think Surgeon Radcliffe will back it. So I would be worried as a Man United fan again, because it's all right having like all that attack, but you've got to make sure it's sorted at back. You've got to make sure that defence is sorted first, and then you move forward. And the defence is not good enough. It's not good. The midfield, Ugarte at Sporting Lisbon, obviously he's got his name on map. He goes to PSG, didn't work at PSG. He's come to Man United, second season now, not really working. He's not really the ideal midfield. It don't look like it's happened there. Casemiro's still there. He chips in with some goals sometimes. He's okay. Obviously, he's won shitloads of things with Real Madrid. But I honestly think Man United have really got to still keep spending. And if they miss one window, that will set them back. So I'd love to hear what Man United fans think, because I honestly think Man United need another, I would say, 300 million spent. I honestly think they need more midfielders, I would say two new midfielders and two defenders. And Man United could be okay for a bit. But that's what I feel they've got to keep spending to build. And of course, they've spent absolutely loads of money, but they've spent it wrong. They've spent it wrong. So Ruben Amorim, I think he's on borrowed time now. I think he's on a string, and I don't think he'll last much longer. But I kind of like Amorim, because I remember watching an interview once, and he says, Man United need to become great again. We need to get Man United back to where they were. If it's not with me or with another manager, it needs to happen. And I really respect when he said that, saying, if it's not with me, he's basically saying, if it doesn't work, I put my hands up and I'll go. I really respect that. Khalid, Man United should have got a midfielder. Yeah, Matt Bowman. Big up to Matt as well, people. Putting more content out. Congratulations on the 15 subscribers. Well done, mate. I posted a YouTube video in my cell about the City Arsenal game and why I would rather see better run clubs chasing us for the league. Matt Bowman, I would rather see that underdog, well-run club like Bournemouth chasing us in second, as they have a better vision of a match. Yeah, Bournemouth are really good, mate. Really good. Iriola did double over Arteta as well last season. Mark, another trophyless season with our tester in charge. Yep, absolutely, Mark. Incoming, my guy. Peppermint Freedom. How are you, my guy? Good to see you. Rich, our prediction is done out here. Yeah, I knew. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. We tried, and we only said it because you just think Man City be so pissed off. Haaland was saying statements last season. They were saying it's not good enough from him individually, even though he turns up 33 goals again last season. He says it's not good enough from the team performance. The Barrick, the CEO slash chairman of Man City, the two-part interview, he says we ain't making the same mistake again. And they did, they rebuilt in January. They signed, obviously, Kushinov from Lens, centre-back, Marmoush from Frankfurt, Riz from Palmeiras in the Brazilian league, Nico Gonzalez, obviously he went Barcelona, then he went to Porto for about 5 minutes. Barcelona City took him straight away. This season, obviously, they signed, and Marmoush wasn't even meant to be signed till summer, by the way. So they went this summer, obviously, they signed TJ Reines from AC Milan, Cherky from Lyon, Donnarumma from PSG, etc. So Reinhard Noah from Wolves. So they've gone for it. It's not like we're just going to sit back. They can show that there's ambition there, and they're getting ready. They're getting ready because I think Pep walks. He's not a twat. He's not going to outstay his welcome. No chance. Too smart for that. And I think he'll walk if the title's over. Like me and Peppermint said, our prediction we got it wrong. I think he's going to walk, and Enrique will be the next Man City manager. And do not be surprised, people. You heard it from me. Do not be surprised if that happens in this season, halfway through. If Pep just turns around and says, thank you very much, I've done everything, won the lot, fell in love with Man City, it's his club, it's going to be in his heart forever, etc., etc., I have to go. And now I'm going to leave you with one of my good friends and ex-teammate of Barcelona, Enrique. Man City would get Enrique out of PSG like that because Enrique's won everything already. He's won the domestic cup in the French league. I can't remember what the title is. He's won the Champions League. He's won the League A. He's going to win it again this season if he stays a full season. There's nothing more. Now he's going to want to come to the Premier League and challenge himself. And there's only one team I see that happening with, and that's Man City. And I do believe either this season, some part of the season, or next season, Enrique is going to be the next Man City manager. Yeah, Rich, our prediction is done out here. Yeah, Mark, another trophyless season with Arteta in charge. Absolutely, Mark. Peppermint Freedom, did you hear DJB on TalkSport? He completely done him with. Well, I don't know. I seen a bit of Shane's channel show this morning, and someone mentioned it. Did DJB go on TalkSport? And Shane says he don't know. Did he actually go on TalkSport? Ryan DeHart, hi Rich, hope you are doing well. Big up Ryan, my guy. Hope you are well, my guy. Good to see you in the chat. People as well, smash up the likes and subscribe. Peppermint Freedom, I agree, Rich. I can see that. So just like, obviously, I want to talk about other clubs as well, people. My channel, we've had a weekend of fixtures. Peppermint Freedom, it's surely him. Lots like exact same voice. I like DJ. He's a legend, mate. He is, honestly. So with Man United, I honestly think it's not a shame because it's not my club, but obviously Man United have been my rival who I've watched from a young lad. And I honestly think Man United have got 300 million to still spend. I think they need to go out and spend 150 on defenders, 2 centre backs. I really, really do. And I think they've got to do the same in midfield. And then they'll be able to get to that level where they're like, right, we might need another winger here. You might need, you know what I mean? They still, it's like they've missed the bus. And, when Ruben Amorim has not had the full windows where these players have been brought, where there's been wasted signings. But I honestly think now they need to go and make sure that defence is sorted and midfield, and then they can be at that stage where like, right, we need a left wing in that window, maybe a little like a right back, but they're in a mess because when you need still that defence and midfield, you can't keep saying, well, we'll make sure we'll get one this window. It's got to be completed. So I honestly think by January and summer, Man United have to throw another 300 million. I don't see any other way. Now, if they're just wanting to be 8th, 10th team in league, top 10, you don't need to do that. You just need to keep missing bus and saying, well, we'll sign it one centre back and we'll get another centre back, another window. That's fine. But Man United expectations from the fans, etc., is we want to win that freaking league title. We want to win Champions Leagues and we want to be there challenging every single season and winning trophies. So it can be really tricky, people, when you're a top team and you need to get that balance right. We've got it right with the defence. The midfield, I'm still not. If Declan Rice gets injured, I'm very worried. There's no enforcer if Declan Rice gets injured. In attack, we need a left winger and a backup for striker, but we've got the defence sorted. We've got the defence sorted, and we've got a better midfield than Man United. So we still need a little bit, but we don't need what Man United do. We don't need to throw another 300 million. Arsenal need a left back, another midfielder, I think, a proper enforcer, a powerhouse, a beast, which we could have had one this summer, but I won't mention his name. He left and obviously released for disgusting reasons if it comes to fruition, and a backup striker. So we're still not there. We're still not there. In January, we have to go again. We have to look at the backup striker option, because I hope someone comes in for Kai Havertz. I hope Saudis say, right, 50 million, Kai Havertz, bang. But you know what? This prick of a manager will turn it down. And I'm going to start to other clubs as well. Do we think Tottenham will be a force? Personally, when you say force, I don't mean up there challenging for league all the way through. But I think they'll be around 5th or 6th with Thomas Frank. I think he's a really good manager, people. I really do. Ryan DeHer, Rich Arteta out. Absolutely, Ryan, my guy. Absolutely out now. But you know what? The more we keep saying it, I just don't see it happening. I don't even think he's under pressure. I really don't. Ryan DeHer, I'm done with this type of football. Nothing good will come back. No, it's done, Ryan. Absolutely, mate. It's done, pal. Ryan, nothing good is coming out of this, Arteta. Thank you, but it's time to go. Absolutely, Ryan. Absolutely, mate. It is. It's time to go. It's time to really fuck off at this Arsenal Football Club. Because this is not Arteta FC, let me tell you. It's the Arsenal. The Arsenal. So, with Tottenham, I think they'll be in around 5th or 6th. They could drop to 7th, maybe. But I just think Thomas Frank's a good manager. I really do. And I don't see him. I know they were losing to, obviously, Brighton 2-0, but Brighton are a good team, let me tell you. Hurtsler, I mean, to say 32-year-old Hurtsler, I mean, he looks a really good manager. Proven it already in Premier League. But with Tottenham, I think they're going to be a bigger force, a miles better team than what they were last season. They've got some good players, they've got some good attacking options. They've got Kudus, they've got Simmons, they've got Matthias Tell, they've got Kulusevski, Solanke, Johnson, Kolo Muani. I mean, people, that is stacked. That is a. They've got James. God, what? James Maddison. They've got Maddison obviously to come back, which I don't think we'll see all this season really. But they've got a big squad when it comes to the attacking options. Got a decent defence-ish with Romero and Van der Veen, but they're not. They don't look like the not last season before. Not last season. Season before, they don't look like the kind of same pairing as they did then. But I think Tottenham will be a lot better team this season. I really do. Thomas Frank's a good manager. And I've said this before. If Arsenal had Thomas Frank the last 3 years, Arsenal win league. Because he would have signed a striker for Arsenal and signed a backup for Bukayo Saka. And he would have got the right balance. So Tottenham, I'm going to say, I think they'll finish 6th. I think Tottenham will finish 6th. Yeah, I think Tottenham will finish 6th, I think. Chris Welsh, apparently Ballon d'Or winner, announced tonight. Yeah, I mean, who gets it? Who do you reckon? Who do you reckon? I don't know. I don't know on that one. And Nottingham Forest. I hope there's some Nottingham Forest fans around. And are you worried? Do you think Nottingham Forest fans, if there's any Nottingham Forest fans around, do you think you might be dragged, I'm not going to say into, but near the relegation fight? Do you think you might slip that low under Ange? Do you think he's going to be so open? You're going to concede so many goals? Chris Wood's not going to be like he was last season. Morgan Gibbs-White won't be like he was last season. Do you worry, Nottingham Forest fans? I don't think they'll go down. I really don't. I do not think Forest will go down, but I do think Forest could even finish around about. Let me just maybe. I even think they could go to round about 14th. Now that's mad. Just to think how Forest were last season. But I honestly think with Morello and Milinkovic at back, they're obviously brilliant centre backs, and they was really good last season. Absolutely like a brick wall. Oliena, I mean, a good player. More Gibbs White, Sangara, Anderson. He's been a good signing back since signing from Newcastle. Really good signing. Obviously got Hudson Odoi. They've got Amari Hutchinson, who seems to just Arsenal just went, there you go, Chelsea, you can have him. He's just gone to Chelsea. Chelsea made money from Ipswich. Ipswich had made money from Forest. But Arsenal, in typical fashion, didn't make a penny. Didn't make anything from him. So I just think when you look at it and you mention all those players, you think, God, that's they got Igor Jesus as well, who Arsenal apparently were linked with about 2 years ago from Botafogo in the Brazilian league. I think that's where he came from. But I do think that Forest could even finish potentially around about 14th, just because of Ange taking over. Because he just does not change. Talk about stubbornness. Yeah, Arteta's the king of stubbornness, but Ange won't change that play. It's just expensive. It's just wide open. Just attack, just attack, just attack. And he wants the players like possessed, like running around like mad dogs, chasing ball down and leaving gaps open at time. So I have got my. If I were Forest, I would be a bit worried. I would be a bit worried for our Forest fans, thinking could he take us down to about 12th, 14th? It's mad to think it, but I actually do think that could happen. But then I look and think Forest have got some really good players, and they have. They've been spending so much over the last few years. Chris Welch, I think Tottenham finishes fifth. Yeah, I mean, I can see that, Chris. I can. Because once Solanke starts scoring, Kulusevski comes back in team, he goes on a mad run. But the problem with him is another one what gets injured all the time. He picks up great form and then Kulusevski gets injured. But he can be a really handful when he gets going. He's very strong and powerful with his runs, and he's got a really good shot on him. Solanke, it's not properly happened yet at Tottenham, but he's had injuries. Chris Welsh, I think Yamin Yamal should win Ballon d'Or. Salah deserves a mention for it. I agree with that. Ballon d'Or. Yamin Yamal winning Euros. Salah last season was incredible. I do agree. Chris Welsh and was wrong appointment for us. I 100% agree. I'm shocked and all, Chris. I'm shocked they got that they got Ange. I'm really shocked. And Nuno did amazing for Forest last season. At one point, he was a manager at season for me, but then obviously started folding their end. Chris Welsh, Donnarumma, Vitina, Neves, Ruiz also deserve a mention for Ballon d'Or from PSG. Yeah, Vitina were really, really good. All-round brilliant midfielder. And it's mad to think he played at Wolves. Chris Welsh, Pedri, honourable mention too. Yeah, Pedri just seems to be getting better and better every season. He really does. Excuse me, Randall, 1 Liverpool, 2 Arsenal, 3 Man City, 4 Tottenham, 5 Chelsea. This is my predictions. Well, I did predict Arsenal to finish 5th at the start of the season. Now, I think I've got that wrong because I was even saying Chelsea would finish above Arsenal, and Chelsea just ain't got a defence. They've again focused all the money, put all the money near enough on attack, and signing players like Garnacho. I mean, they didn't need Garnacho. Let's be clearly honest, people. Chelsea did not need Garnacho. But now my prediction now, which I guess you're allowed to change it, but I don't like kind of doing that. I think if you say something, that's it, you stick to it. But so that my original prediction, I got it wrong. Hands up, I've got it wrong. What I said. Because my original one was Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Arsenal. Now, I'm not going to get that right. I've got it wrong. I put my hands are up. It's wrong. But now I am going to say Liverpool first, Man City second. I think Arsenal third, just because of Gabriel Saliba. And it's mad that I keep saying that, but I just keep using Arsenal's defence as an example because we will win games more because of those two players. And obviously, Timber's fantastic. We know that. We don't know who's going to be at left back, but I I say it based on because of the defence, because this manager could ruin anything, anytime. So I do have my doubts, and I think they still could end up finishing fourth because of this manager. But I am going to go now with. But again, this is not my original prediction, people. My original prediction, I got it wrong. But now I'll go with Liverpool, Man City, Liverpool first, Man City second, Arsenal third, um, do you know what? I can even see Tottenham creeping above Chelsea here. I don't know why. I just can. If the front attacking prowess starts clicking with Tottenham, I can see it. Obviously, mean they've got a lot, but it's if they get injured again. But Chelsea have started not the way I thought they would. That gets tricky. Liverpool first, Man City second, Arsenal third. I don't know to go 4 and 5. I mean, I mentioned Tottenham earlier on 6, but when I think about it, like even Aston Villa's and that, like they're losing grip already. You know what? I'm going to go with Newcastle fourth. I'm going to go with Newcastle fourth because Eddie Howe, he's got those players. He's had those players for a bit now. Tonali, Sandro Tonali, Bruno Ramirez, and Joe Linton in middle. They're one of the best three you can have in Premier League, and they was the best three in Premier League last season. They've lost Isaac, yes, we know. So it could be 20 goals a season, but Visser's got to come back. Baltimore looks okay. He's getting involved. He's not getting on end of everything yet. He has scored, and it was a really good goal. They've got Alanga, they've got Murphy, they've got Barnes, they've got Gordon. They've got the defence with Shaw, Thor, you don't even pronounce it like that. How they pronounced it yesterday, I was very shocked. But the ex centre back of AC Milan, who they signed it somewhere, Thiw, Thou, I think it is, I pronounce it. They've got Dan Burn, which I'm a big fan of. He's just a baller and plays that Newcastle badge all the time. They've got Livramento, Miley, Hall, Ramsdale, Pope. The Newcastle are kind of settled. Kind of settled. Got Ramsey now, obviously, Joe Willock. So yeah, I'm going to go with Liverpool first, Man City second now, Arsenal third, Newcastle fourth, Tottenham, Tottenham or Chelsea. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say on that one. Where so I don't know, but I'm sticking with that's what I'm going to go with now. Liverpool first, Man City second, Arsenal third, Newcastle fourth. I don't know to pick in fifth between Tottenham or Chelsea. I just don't know. Kind of see them similar. Like they've got so much attacking prowess in numbers, but it's the defence at back. It kind of lets them down. And the goalkeepers, Chris Welch, Liverpool first, Man City second. Liverpool first, Man City second. First Liverpool, second Man City, third Arsenal, fourth Chelsea, fifth Tottenham. That's a fair shot. KK93, yeah, even his biggest fans have started to question him. I'm hoping that's true. I'm hoping it really is, people. I really am. Peppermint Freedom, Glasner in. Peppermint, you know what? Is it 17 games now since Crystal Palace have lost? He's a good manager. Oliver Glasner's a good manager. It really is showing. Chris Wells, Chelsea didn't even need to spend on attack. Should have got a goalkeeper. Absolutely, Chris. I was shocked. Should have been all over Donnarumma. They should have signed a world-class centre-back. Do you know what I mean? They should have They've got shitloads of attackers, and they've signed another 4: Gittins, Pedro, Garnacho, and Delap. They could have got away with probably signing Delap and no, let's just say they could have signed Pedro and Simmons. They didn't need to. Chris Arteta in, whatever fake fans like you talk or not. Fake fans, fake fans. Mate, I've been an Arsenal fan for 34 years, people. If you enjoy Chris not seeing our team, our football club, not playing at Wembley at all under Arteta no more, and if you enjoy other teams doing that, fair play to you, pal. Big up to you. If you enjoy other teams playing at Wembley and not seeing us play at Wembley, big up to you. If you enjoy not seeing Arsenal, my football club, not winning not even reaching any single finals, fair play to you. If you enjoy watching other teams get into finals, big up to you. Love your standards, brother. And I tell you something now. If you enjoy other teams doing that at end of season, lifting trophies, winning trophies, again, big up to you. Give yourself a pat on the back, son. If you enjoy all those 3 things, then stay as an Arsenal fan while Arteta. Back this manager. Back everything he's doing, everything he's not doing. And if you like watching Arsenal, where there's no plan B and he hasn't got a clue, even though he's got £1 billion, he spent £1 billion and doesn't know what to do, it's just a 4-3-3. He never goes to a back 3 or he never goes to a back 5. Nothing. If you enjoy that and don't moan, then just stay with Arteta. Enjoy average Arsenal. Enjoy Arsenal winning nothing every season. Because I've seen my team win Invincibles. I've seen them win FA Cups. I've seen them win Coca-Cola Cups. You probably don't even know what a Coca-Cola Cup is or never even heard of Chef Wednesday. So if you enjoy all those things, then big up to you, pal. Big up to you. Absolutely big up to you. We love your standards. We love them. Not. And if you also enjoy signing Eze, one of the best creative midfielders in Europe, a boyhood Arsenal fan, signed by Arteta, and the whole world, the pundits, the commentators, even commentators, Darren Fletcher and Ali McCoist, are already saying he's more effective as a number 10 than a left winger. But Arteta don't even play him and plays 3 fucking DMs yesterday against Man City when we have to win the Premier League title this season. There's no excuse whatsoever. If you enjoy this, keep being a nearly team, then big up to you. Big up to you. But I tell you something now, me and other people, we've got standards. Look at this, look. Chris, look at this negative League Gunner wannabe fake plastic fan. It's like child talk. Honestly, it's like play date. Oh, it's League Gunner. Go down road and jog that road. Support another team. It's pathetic. Chris, bro, where are you from? Yorkshire Sport Leeds. You'll be happier being a negative. Grow up. Chris Welsh, here we go. Chris, putting my City above Arsenal says it all from you, British drinking plastics. What the hell are you on about? What are you talking about? Grow up. Peppermint Freedom, Bournemouth. Peppermint Freedom, Chris, you're a mutant. Ryan Day. Chris is not that it's pretending to be someone he's not. Ryan at Chris is not that he is pretending to be someone he's not, but we can all see it. Arteta ain't good enough. He can make any team challenge for the title, but he can't win it. Doesn't have it in him. He's never managed before. He's not good enough. Never will be. FC always big up to you, my guy. Hope you are well. This manager chose to leave all our creative players on the bench against Liverpool and Man City in favour of controlling the game. This is not title-winning mentality. Spineless. He's a coward, Chris. Arteta's a coward. He's a stubborn, smug prick. And he's making more and more problems constantly for Arsenal and costing us titles and dropping us points because he cannot do the simple things and play a creative midfielder. Just even one yesterday. Can't lose, can't lose. I'm scared to lose. I've got no bollocks. I didn't even go against Man City. I'm worried, I'm worried. And on Sunday against Newcastle, he's going to put Martinelli as a left winger, Gyökeres up front, Saka right wing, which we all want. And he's going to drop Eze yet again because his love child's going to come back into team, Martin Odegaard. Peppermint Freedom, Arteta is the one pretending to be a manager. Absolutely. FC always. Arteta wants Gokers to fail so bad. We have a striker suddenly start three fringes in midfield. Never seen anything like this before. He does. He's begging for Vic Gyökeres to fail, Chris, so we can get Kai Havertz back at team. AFC always. Arteta yesterday's performance was better than the 5-1. He's laughable. He is a laughable. It's becoming pathetic. Gavin L, big up Rich. Gavin, big up to you, my guy. Hope you are well. Never always Gavin L, big up. Peppermint Freedom. No plan B, no Wembley, no finals, no trophies, no creativity. Yes, Peppermint. That's what I keep saying. And it's facts. Not one person, not absolutely one person can say any single thing different. The three facts, and there's more, is under Mikel Arteta, we do not play at Wembley no more. We are not reaching any single final no more. We are not winning any single trophy no more. And another thing, to make a fourth thing, there's no plan B in his play. And a fifth thing, something going forward, what cannot happen now, Arsenal Football Club cannot even draw one game at all. They have to win every single football match right now going forward. They cannot even draw. And that is facts. Not one person can say anything different to that. Peppermint Freedom, no accountability. Gavin L, big up FCOs. Gavin L, big up Peppermint Freedom, big up Gavin, big up everybody. Yeah, I'm just gonna fill this water up, people. 2 minutes. Sorry about that, people. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Where are we? Gavin L, big up AFC always. Gavin L, big up Peppermint community settings. Good to see. Peppermint Freedom, big up Gavin. AFC always. AFT fans celebrating the draw. These fans are cancer to our fan base. Embarrassing. Absolutely. AFC always. Honestly, mate, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. You know, you shouldn't even be thinking that now. This is Arsenal Football Club who have to win a Premier League title this season. First thing is put that ball in net and go again. Don't waste any second whatsoever. That's the mentality of champions. But you know what? It ain't there. It ain't there because they've never got over the line. Where's that? But Freedom, we see more and more pundits starting to put the boot into Arteta, and I love it. I love it. I want more ex-players to come out and all and speak about it. I really do. Freddie Lundberg's even gone against him a little bit. Petit definitely has. Adams has. Henry has. I love it. Mark, we haven't won the League Cup. It's 19. Won the League Cup. It's 1993. That's what it was. The Coca-Cola Cup. Yep, against Sheffield Wednesday on a Saturday afternoon, first leg, and then we had to play him in the week, which might have been on a Wednesday night. I think it was. Ian Wright scored. Chris Wood were in net for Sheffield Wednesday. I think it was. Don't think it was Kevin Pressman. I think it was Chris Wood. Steve Morrow broke his nose, or Andy Linegan. I always forget which one it was. One of them broke the nose. Or it might even have been one of them. I always forget which one it was. It does my head in when I forget that. Where are we? Peppermint Freedom, even a certain top goon on AFTV has now done about face and now has lost faith in the manager. Oh, right. Who's that one? Do we know? Can you mention it, Peppermint? Can you tell us who it is? Steve Morrow. Yeah, that's it. I've met him as well, Steve Morrow. I've actually met him at the old Potter's Bar training ground when I met Ian Wright, David Seaman, Lee Dixon, Adrian Clark, and Chris Kawamya. Gavin L. Steve Morrow, thank you for that, my guy. AFC always. I've seen Arsenal win the League Cup against Liverpool in 1987. I would, yeah. I mean, I wish. Oh, broke his arm. Why do I always think someone broke the nose? Why do I keep thinking someone broke the nose that time? I don't know why. AK93, he will bench Gyökeres. This is what I've gone with. This is what I think on Sunday. This is what I think this manager will do. Bear with me. This is what I think is going to happen. Not what I want, probably not what anyone wants, but this is what I think will this is my predicted lineup from what Arteta will do. Not from me, but this is what I think he'll go with. Let me just see. Why is that not done that? 1 second. This is what I think Arteta will go with. This is what he will probably want on Sunday. And I guarantee no one will want this, especially in my chat. Well, that Chris will probably want it, the weirdo who jumped in for a bit. This is what I think he'll do. This is what I think he'll go with. On Sunday, Raya in net, of course. Timber, yeah, definitely. Saliba Gabriel takes care of itself. Calafiore, okay, he's doing okay at the minute, but I'm not sold on him. I would sell him tomorrow if we had to. Martin Odegaard straight back into team. Zubimendi, Declan Rice, Saka right wing, which we all want, of course we do. Victor Gyökeres, obviously as a striker, we want that, and I think he will play Martinelli. Now, hear me out when I say this. So a player comes in off at bench, and you know, scores a vital goal. He scored against Bilbao to get his obviously the first goal. And then yesterday, he saved us. So you look at that and you think, yeah, of course, you know, like he deserves a chance. He deserves a chance. Now, I get that. I get that. Even though Martinelli, this is his third season, he's been rubbish. This is third season in a row he's been rubbish. Now, this season, it looks like we're seeing a little bit of a different Martinelli, but only because he's obviously coming off the bench and getting those little, like 10, 15, 10 minutes here, etc. And he's not starting. And Arteta's not got the grasp of him. He hasn't got the proper hold of him, and he can't hug him. Do you know what I mean? He can't say, stop attacking, stop attacking. He's literally like, go there and cause havoc for 10 minutes. So take that into consideration. So you know, you look at it and you think, yeah, Martinelli, you know what? He deserves to go on left wing. Now, this is where the problem comes in. Yes, he does. He deserves a little chance. He might be thriving. He might be hungry. He might be on it, and he might score again against Newcastle, even if he starts. But the problem is, somebody has to suffer, and that player will be a Eze, because this wanker, stubborn, smug prick of a manager will want to play the weakest captain in football / the worst player in Arsenal's first team, first 11 last season. And he say that because he was a captain, and no captain underperforms for a full season. Not a chance. You've never seen it from Adams, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Gerrard, Terry, Keane. It just does not happen. So somebody's going to suffer on Sunday, and I bet you now it's Eze. I bet you now Eze does not start again on Sunday, because Mikel Arteta will try and put not try. He will want, if he's fit, he will want Odegaard straight back in that team. Straight back in that team. And this is where he's got more creativity than Moreno. He has. But he's got hardly anything. And he will slow Arsenal's play down. Martin Odegaard's hesitation is absolute shocking. It's run forward, backwards, stop, sideways. And this is where it comes straight back to this manager yet again. More problems he brings to this club. Now we've got a problem where, you know, he'll probably play Martinelli, which you can imagine, and you won't be shocked. And then that means Eze suffers again. He's on the bench because he'll want to play Martin Odegaard, someone who will slow Arsenal's attack down massively. He won't pass the ball fast into Victor's feet. He won't drive with intensity, urgency. He won't run with it, you know, with dropping a left, dropping a right, causing havoc for defenders. He won't cause problems because he's too slow, and he runs with hesitation. Runs up, comes back. Runs up, comes back. Eze is a forward-thinking player. Picks the ball up, drives with so much intensity and urgency, can drop a left, can drop a right, keeps the ball close controlled. You know, he's going to pass it fast into Victor's feet. He's going to pass it fast to Saka. He's going to pull trigger if he can. Why can I see this, people? Why can everybody in the chat? Why can Darren Fletcher and Ali McCoy say Eze is the number 10? And we've been given Eze, a boyhood Arsenal fan. We have signed him, and we are going to see him being ruined by this manager. He is a number 10. Now start playing him as a number 10, because he is definitely levels above Martin Odegaard. Levels. He's one of the best creative midfielders in Europe. Right, where are we? Juju, Arteta, nobody asked me about the midfield three in Bilbao. True visionary tactico. FC always Arteta bench Eze for the Man City game because he didn't hug the touchline enough against Bilbao. I know it's pathetic. Catalan 094, once Havertz is back, Gyökeres is holding the bench. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Catalan. 100%. People, please do smash up the likes and subscribe to the channel as well if you can. 100%. This is what's going to happen. He's like, well, it's not really happened for Victor Gyökeres. It's not really fitted in. You know, it maybe needs to take time away and go on bench. Yeah, because you fucked it up for him. That's why. Because you're not playing to his strengths. Because you've got no creativity backing up you absolute prick of a manager. And it makes you infuriated when you just think of things like that. Because that's what he'll do. Well, it's not happened for Victor Gyökeres, so let's just bring Kai Havertz back in team. Let's play Kai Havertz. Yeah, because you've messed it up on fucking purpose. And yesterday were a prime example. No attacking midfielder in that Arsenal team is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And it's time now Mikel Arteta started getting serious pressure at his door. He deserves it. He deserves huge pressure. He deserves to be booed. And I'm hoping that starts happening soon. I am hoping we start hearing boos from these fans and more people start waking up and realising he is not good enough to be the Arsenal manager. He is out of his depth and he should have never been Arsenal's manager to start with. As simple as that. Um, I mean, God. And again, a massive game coming up against Newcastle up weekend. We can't even draw. Arsenal can't even draw a football match now. Not allowed. It's not happening. There's no way we're going to get away with it. We can't even draw. What an horrible position to be, people. You know what I mean? When it's the 22nd of September, and already we're saying today, we cannot even draw a game now. We have got to win every single football match. And let's just have a look. So Newcastle got Olympiacos coming up. We've got West Ham, I think, after the international break. Let's just see who we've got. The next, let's just go. So we'll go from Newcastle. So we've got Newcastle Sunday away, 4:30, 3 points, nothing less. Cannot even draw. Cannot even draw against Newcastle whatsoever. So that's Newcastle. But whoa. In fact, sorry, I do apologise. Jumping gun here a little bit. So we've got Port Vale away Wednesday night, and it's on Sky Sports thing. Got to win. No messing around. No messing around whatsoever. Not a chance can we mess this up. So we've got to win that to stay in the Carabao Cup. We've got to beat Newcastle away. Can't even draw. Then we've got on the 1st of October, Olympiacos at home at Emirates. We need to win that because the Champions League now could be our only hope because FA Cup and Carabao Cup ain't acceptable. It's not acceptable. Not when you've got standards what I've got, what we were told this is what we're meant to be doing, winning Premier League titles and Champions League. That's why we're moving from Emirates, moving to Emirates in 2006. We were told we want to be competing with the world's elite, winning Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues. We haven't even done it. So I didn't say it, let me tell you. All these people what saying, oh, well, you're negative, you can't say that. I didn't say it. Your manager said it. Your football club said it. Under these owners, under Kroenke's, we were told this is why we're moving to Emirates, because we're going to compete with the elite clubs on and off the pitch. And we've done fuck all apart from FA Cups. And that's it. That's it. No league title, no Champions League. So, again, pile the pressure on. Pile the pressure on. Make Arteta feel the pressure he deserves. Every single bit of pressure now, what's coming his way. So let's say Port Vale away, Wednesday night, got to win. Newcastle away, Sunday, must win. Not even 3 points. Not even 3 points whatsoever. Sorry, not even the thought can come into your head. Yeah, well, a draw's good enough. Not a chance. Got me 3 points and only 3 points. Anything else, absolute fail. Arsenal, 1st of October, Olympiacos. Got to win. Got to win. Got to get a bit of a grip going in Champions League, a bit of a hold. Saturday, 4th of October. So they're coming thick and fast now. West Ham at home. Can't even draw. Got to win. Not even a mess up. But West Ham beat us last season. Jared Bowen, bang, with header. Cannot even draw. Got to be all 3 points. Fulham away, 18th of October. Tricky game. I remember watching Arsenal, not last season, season before, on New Year's Day, and it was one of the worst performances I've seen by Arsenal in a long time. And I think we played in the greeny with the dark blue sleeves kit. I remember, and it was absolute shocking performance, and I mean shocking. Can't even lose, can't even draw, got to win. All 3 points, nothing else. Here we go. I'll go to end of October. No, I'll go to November 1st. 21st of October, Atletico Madrid at home. Yeah, it could be tricky. If we draw in the Champions League, that means we would have won 2 out of 2. And if we draw Atletico, it's not the worst result, but we need to win. Then we will have a nice little bit of a cushion. Crystal Palace, 26th of October. That'll be on a Sunday, 2 o'clock kickoff. No room for error. Got to win. All 3 points, nothing else. Then we finish in November. We've got Burnley away, 3 o'clock. Got to win. All 3 points. No draw allowed. No draw allowed. Let's just do Liverpool. Let's just do Liverpool. So they've got tomorrow, Southampton at home in Carabao Cup. I don't see anything apart from a Liverpool win, especially when you think you can use Ekatike, Isaac, Chiesa. They've got a very strong team. Then they've got Crystal Palace away on Saturday, 27th of October, which I still think they'll win that. I do. I think they'll beat Crystal Palace. Then you've got Galatasaray, Liverpool away. That'll be a very tricky game. 4th of October, you've got Liverpool away at Chelsea. That's on a Saturday night, 5:30. Yeah, I think Liverpool can win that. And then 19th of October, on a Sunday, you've got Liverpool v Man United, and it's Anfield. Yeah, I think they'll win that. Frankfurt away in Champions League, 22nd of October. Then they've got Brentford away, 25th of October. I think they'll win that. I think they'll take all 3 points. And then they're at home to Aston Villa on the 1st of November. Yeah, I think they'll take care of that. I don't see Liverpool losing to Southampton. I think they'll beat Crystal Palace. I think they'll just have a bit too much for them. Galatasaray could be tricky. Maybe a draw there because it's hostile. We know it can be really intense. Chelsea away. I can still see him taking care of Chelsea. I can just see him just winning there away. That could be tricky though. I can see him definitely beat. In fact, they'll beat Man United at home. Frankfurt away. Yeah, I think they'll beat Frankfurt. I do. Brentford away, 25th of October. I can see him winning all that, and definitely Aston Villa at home on November 1st. So there you go, people. There you go. There you go, man. That's just, reading last few fixtures, Arsenal's fixtures out till 1st November, and I can't see us beating Newcastle. I think we'll lose Sunday to Newcastle. So it's over. The league title's over, guys. It's finished. Peppermint Freedom, we have to win 9 or 10 in a row now. Yeah, Peppermint, yeah. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And people, that's just crazy. We can't say, yeah, we do. We do. We actually do need to win 10 or 9, at least 9 games in a row. Not one draw is allowed now. That's even just to give ourselves a slim chance of winning Premier League. FC Always, we ain't beating Newcastle away, so we could be 8 points behind. Yeah. And I don't think we will neither, AFC Always. And I've predicted we lose to Newcastle even before the season started when I seen those first 6 fixtures. Excuse me. And I already said Arsenal's title will be over by October. So on Sunday, when we don't beat Newcastle, I'm going to be right. Catalan 094. Berta will want Simone. He wins you that game yesterday. Yeah, he does. And I like Simone. He would have changed it up. He would get the best out of Odegaard. He'd get the best out of Martinelli. I like Diego Simone. I always have done. He's not like my preferred choice. Like I'd have Conte over him, Ancelotti over him, Inzaghi over him. But I think Simone, with the players what Arsenal's got, yeah, 100%, mate. He would definitely be a very good manager for Arsenal Football Club. I really do think that because he can play defensive. Oh my God, he can definitely play defensive and he can let the handbrake off and let the players play with freedom and express themselves. 100% he can. That guy knows how to change things, let me tell you. Joseph Connor Golding, big up Joseph. Well, my guy. FC Newcastle played Miley and Willock yesterday as rotation. So the main 3, Tonali, Bruno. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Against Bournemouth, there were no Harvey Barnes, there were no Sandro Tonali, there was no Bruno Guimaraes, there was no Joe Linton, there was no Elanga. The rest of them, and they still went to Bournemouth, who, by the way, last season, Arsenal lost to twice. I know Saliba got sent off. I don't care. That means in these new rules, if Arsenal get a player sent off, then we just lose. We can't win it. We can't win it. Ask Liverpool about that when they get players sent off and still end up winning it or draw. So yeah, you know, Areola did double over Arteta last season for Bournemouth. He absolutely did the double. So did Ursula. Ursula for Brighton, the youngest manager in Premier League, 32-year-old, I think he is. Yes, they didn't beat us, but we're drawn twice. Oh, but Declan Rice got sent off, so we're not going to beat Brighton. Bollocks, 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 bollocks. Still should have beat them. Where are we? So yeah, it. I mean, oh man, I mean, yesterday it still annoys me. I'm still really annoyed from yesterday. Absolutely with this manager. I can't wait the day he gets sacked. I really can't. Static, hey Rich, Arteta out. Static, big up my guy. Hope you are well. Please go and subscribe to Static as well, people. Static, 19 likes, like and subscribe. Yeah, please do smash the likes and sub, people. Trying to get to that 520 now. Next little target. Peppermint Freedom, that is just to break even. Yeah, yeah, Peppermint, absolutely, mate, 100%. Endanguna, how are you? Good to see you. Good afternoon, Rich, 99 Arsenal, and all watching. Big up, Endon. Hope you are well, my guy. Gavin out Endanguna, Gavin out. Yeah, it's it is. But do you know what? Do you know if you say to all these Harry, Rory, Canton, Adam Keys, Egan, if you actually looked at them face to face and says league titles, what you want about? What you took, you're negative. You ain't got a clue about football. What you talking about? Titles over? And then they'll start telling you and thinking then they'll start down talking to you just because they've brainwashed thousands of people to get all their followers and subscribers by bullshitting daily. They'll start down talking and saying, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." They think they know everything about football. They think they're royalty people. They think they're the gods. They think just because they've got all these subscribers and followers on the social medias only because they've bullshitted daily, which I constantly keep saying, and they've brainwashed thousands and know exactly what they've done. They've lied from the very first tweet, the very first post, etc., and it's sold, and they've just built traction with it, and now they just lie daily, and they've got that many people who they've brainwashed through their vulnerability, which is a shame because people have oh really? Even if they say snow will be snowing tomorrow, but it all be blue, these vulnerable people will believe them. These puppets, what have latched onto Harry's channels, Igal's, Rory's, etc. And then they talk like everything they say has got to be right because they've got all these thousands of followers and subscribers. I guarantee you now, I have got better knowledge in football than Rory. Not because this is this heat map. That's how this invert thing. I say how football was yesterday, 10 years ago, and it will be in 20 years. It's a fucking round thing, what you kick and put the ball in the net. And when you start the season, your aim is to go as far in every single competition and win every trophy what represents that competition. That's how football is played, was yesterday, was 10 years ago, and will be in 20 years' time, and will be forever. It's a round thing. You kick it, and you enter every competition to win a trophy. Don't be telling me, well, he don't really invert there. He don't really invert there. A goalkeeper stops the ball going in the net. Two centre-backs stop the ball going to the goalkeeper. Left back and right back join together to help the centre-backs to pair and be a unit as a defence. The people in the midfield are the engines and stop the ball going to the defenders. That guy up top puts the ball in the net, and that left winger and right winger, his first priority is to put the ball in the bastard net and contribute to the striker and contribute and take the burden off him and contribute to scoring goals for the football club. Am I wrong? Maybe I am, but that's how I see football, and I have played for 7 years. At a very high level for the age I was, and I'm not blowing smoke up my own arse, but I played at a very high level for how young I was. Trials for Norwich City, which I've told people in chat before, didn't make it end, didn't make it. Joseph Conagoli, Martinelli, Eze, both better than Trossard, to be fair. So how did Trossard start? Yeah, absolutely. It's a shame with Martinelli, people. It really is. But this manager's ruined him. He's absolutely ruined him because He's played Martin. He's got Martinelli the fear of like, shit, I can't attack. I can't attack. I've got to get back. I've got to get back. He's installed something into Martinelli where it's like you must your game must be based on 70% defensive and 30% attack. Or Arteta would probably even go as far as 80% defensive, 20% attack. That's what Martinelli now feels his game is about because of this wanker of a manager. Well, Rich 99 Arsenal. Now you know why I wrote this season. This season, back end of last season, nothing going to change as long as Arteta remains. And Naguna, 100% agree, my guy. 100%. It ain't going to change people. I was saying on my Twitter, like a few games into the season, big problems are coming to Arsenal. And I was right. I was right. And you know the next big problems, people, is where Saliba and that leave. And then Declan Rice thinks, hold on a minute. I'm too good for this, man. And when on international duty, I've got Foden talking about how it's good winning Premier League titles. Bellingham telling me about his Champions Leagues. Obviously, Foden telling me about his Champions Leagues. I want more of this. I want to be winning trophies. And that's the next problem, what's coming. That's the next one, where big players start leaving Arsenal Football Club because they want more. They want trophies. Where are Peppermint Freedom? I said to my dad yesterday, title's over. We're 5 points behind. It is over. Peppermint Freedom, we don't have the mentality to claw back even 5 points, and that mostly comes from the man. Yeah, but Liverpool would. And if Man City, which would have been proven, were chasing us, that's the thing. We don't catch the team what's in front, but they catch us. That's how it goes with Arsenal. So-called manager, rather. Ending Guna, Peppermint Freedom, Carl Welsh, and I said that the title would be over by Halloween. Looks like we were 1 month too late. Well, I said the title will be over by October. I've been saying that a lot. Arsenal's title will be finished by October. Brennick 74. Big up to you, Brennick. Hope you are well, my guy. Go and subscribe people to Brennick. Afternoon, Rich, and to the chat. If we were living in a parallel universe, Arteta would have been sacked years ago. Yeah. Mike Homan, hi mate. How are you, Mike? Good to see you, mate. Hi mate. Hi mate. Why do we get so many injuries? Madueke next. Injury FC strikes again. Yep. Madueke now injured. And first thought what was going round was it's an ACL for Madueke, but it's not. This is. But look at this. This is what you see from Madueke yesterday. This is what we see, people. This is what we seen yesterday. This is what we see. Ready? There you go. Look at him. He's limping. He's limping. He's definitely limping. And that's obviously at half time. That's at half time, people. Now, everyone was saying ACL, which obviously you can basically just say your season's finished if it's an ACL, but it's not an ACL, what I'm hearing. And it's an injury. And I can say he's probably going to be on touchline for, let's just say, a month. A month. Now, was he carrying this? Was it a little knock? And again, it goes back to the man who brings the problems to this football club, Mikel Arteta. James is going to go in. Gyökeres and Trossard was easily 4 out of 10. Both did. They touched the ball. Yeah, well, I don't blame Gyökeres, Joseph. This manager is making Gyökeres look looking average. He really is. He's making him look average because how can you buy one of the best strikers in the world and not even give him nothing to feed off? Not even giving him no creativity whatsoever. It's disgusting. That lineup yesterday was absolutely pathetic, spineless, gutless. Peppermint Freedom City are also out of the title, but they are more than likely to come back from 8 points. Yeah, wait till Man City start clicking people and they find that solidarity with obviously Garvidal and Diaz, which before yesterday did not concede 2 goals. They've got a beast at back now, which I think it's given them a new lease of life of Donnarumma. We don't know who's going to be the right back. Is it going to be Nunes? Is it going to be Kushinov? We just don't know. Nico Riley. I mean, Riley looked like he's quite decent at left back. He looks very confident. Reinders and Rodri, they've got to perform a consistent kind of play together where they're playing at least 10 games together, because I think they'll be a formidable force if they lock together. And Cherky's got to come back more. Moose has got to come back. Haaland just proved yesterday why he's world's best striker. And if he keeps scoring, he could score 30 Premier League goals this season. Foden, he looked quite busy yesterday. And Doku, I mean, he's lightning quick. Long time since I've seen someone shift a ball that fast out of the feet like he does with Jeremy Doku. But he's got to add goals to his game. I said this at start. If Doku adds goals to his game, he will definitely be one of the best wingers in Europe. Peppermint Freedom. Oh, seen that one. Peppermint Freedom. Endaguna. My prediction was around now, but I thought we'd be on a 6 points by now, so I overestimated it. Matt Erman, we nearly called it spot on yesterday. Got a very lucky draw, though. I did predict 2-0 yesterday with Man City to win. Jim's going to go in. He has the players, maybe a left winger, but still he has more than enough. 100% he's got more than enough. 100%. Miss Elder, if title is over in October, then that should be the same time Arteta's time at Arsenal is also over. Miss Elder, couldn't agree more. Welcome to the chat. I think you're new. Please do smash the likes as well and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. But a great point. 100%. Now, we'd all like to say that. We really would. And it's a shame it's not. But we would absolutely love nothing more than that to say, right, it's done. Get him out. Get Mikel Arteta out. But Miss Elder, 100% agree. Absolutely agree. We all want Arteta out. He's a stubborn, smug prick. Look at this one, people. Again, I'll just show you this. This is what I think will happen on Sunday. This is what I think Arteta will do. That's what I think he'll do. He'll bring Odegaard back in. That will stop Eze from playing. Play right. He'll play Saka on right wing, which we all want that. Of course we do. Of course we do. He'll give Martinelli a chance on left wing. And this is where the problem comes right there. That is where the problem lies. Because Odegaard will stop Eze playing in the starting lineup. Because I do believe he will give Martinelli a run. And yeah, you do give him, he came on, he's done well last 2 games, you give him a run. But that guy is where the problem occurs. Because if he plays, fair enough, he might be on form, he might be really good this season, we don't know. But within there, that stops Eze playing. Arsenal's most creative player and one of the best creative players in the league. And we'll see Eze on the bench yet again. Right, where are we? So yeah, great point, Miss Elder. Welcome to the chat. Really good point. Time Arsenal is same time Arteta's time at Arsenal is also over. We would love that. Absolutely love it. Matt Erman, that game yesterday was boring as fuck. Why were we trying to score from throw-ins? One of the worst tactical performances I've ever seen, trying to look trying to look a goal at home. Absolutely. Mike, it was so boring, mate. It was pathetic. Peppermint Freedom, MCL, I reckon. Miss Elder, hi Rich. First time I come across your channel. We need more of these voices spitting facts about Arteta. Well, there's plenty more, Miss Elder. I will say there's a lot more of people like me. But thank you very much. Appreciate that. Please do smash the like as well and subscribe as well if you can. Ross, Rich, what do you think of Arteta? What do I think of Arteta? Oh my God! Don't get me started, please. Don't get me started. Let me just let me calm it, man. Let me just. I've done nearly 2 hours. I don't want to go into it again. Well, this is what's happening under Arteta. I'm going to try not to get in. I'm going to try not to be like going on one. under Arteta currently, and these are facts. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can say any different. No matter what you think, these are absolutely the most crystal clear facts you can say. Under Arteta, currently, we do not play at Wembley. We don't get there no more. We do not reach any single final with Mikel Arteta. We don't play in any final at the moment with Arteta. We are not winning any single trophy under Arteta at the moment. That is facts. The fourth thing, he doesn't play a plan B. He doesn't switch it up. He doesn't change the formation when the game is not working, when we can't break the team down, when we need that extra switch, when it looks like we can change a formation and let the manager think, wow, this is an headache of the opponent. The other manager thinking, shit, we can't cope. They're suffocating us, gone way back five. They've got two wing backs. They're pulling us all over now. You don't see that from this manager. Never. The fifth thing, something what cannot happen now going forward, Arsenal Football Club cannot even draw one football match at all. They have to win every single game going forward from now on. And that is five things. What is four, what's happening under this manager, and one, what cannot happen. We cannot draw a game. Even a draw is not good enough at all. We have to win every single football match from now on. And finally, Mikel Arteta is a stubborn, smug prick. Ross, Rich, what do you think of Arteta? Ross, be honest. I've just mentioned it, and Ross. And then Gunnar, welcome, Miss Elder. Also, check out Shane Gunnar views on Sport Northside, Northside London, Jersey Arsenal, and BBK Sports for more like-minded. True, yeah, Latvian Gunnar. There's plenty of us, plenty of us. Rashid, there's loads, man. Eros, 20 likes. Mike Armin, I said to my mates yesterday when we scored to go for the win as Arland and Doku were off the pitch by then, but instead he brings on Mosquera and sits back. Absolutely, absolutely, Mike. Yeah, Mosquera for about 20 seconds, literally. Gavin L, welcome, Miss Elder. Eros, big up Miss Elder. Everybody's bigging up Miss Elder. Eros, big up Gavin and Endo and rest of the community. Big up Eros, my guy. Gavin L, big up Eros, Endanguna, I again, Eros, Miss Elder. Endanguna, thanks for those names. I already know those bottom Gooners. I especially saw their vids after yesterday's game. Peppermint Freedom. When Arteta is sacked, I go on a 3-day bender. I think people will be celebrating all over, man. Absolutely. Gavin L, afternoon, Bennett 74, Endanguna, nice one, Miss Elder. Miss Elder, Gavin L, thanks. Community settings, great to see. Peppermint Freedom, yeah, I can't quite work out what Rich thinks of Arteta. No. People are still thinking, does Rich like Arteta? Is he 50-50? Is he 70-30? It's a tough one, man, isn't it? To what I think of Arteta, it's a really tough one. Eros, I love Rich, says it how it is. Eros, had to wind you up a bit, Rich. Big up every time. Love it, man. Love it, love it, love it. Mike Harmon, it would be just like us after laughing at United losing to Grimsby to lose to Port Vale on Wednesday. Yes, absolutely. Paul Loyalist, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but as a neutral, the problem seems to be a mentality problem. A few weeks ago, the whole mentality was negative and seemed the same yesterday until half an hour in. Paul, big up to you, my guy. Welcome to the channel. I do want to know, though, who you support. Do you like anyone in particular? You know, are you more of let's just say Man United, Chelsea? Do you like those more? I know you mentioned you're neutral, but this is what I want, people. This is what I want in my channel. New people to come in, people what support other clubs. I think it's brilliant to build a community. Ross, laughing emoji. The Paul Lawless, the manager sets the tone. The manager is the one what's making Arsenal suffer, what's constantly setting us back and bringing more problems all the time. Last season, it was no plan B. Now it's like 3 defensive midfielders. I mean, and Naguna, Paul Ullis, it's not a mentality problem. It's the problem with the manager who is just winging it, sorry, and has no clue as to what it needs to be done. 100%, Endon, 100%. Eros Peppermint Freedom, Paul Ullis, Sheffield Wednesday fan. Wow. Well, Paul, let me tell you this, and people, you might start laughing in chat because I'm nothing like I used to be. So this is just deflecting off of football a little bit. This is just going away from football. Hear me out if you want to or whatever. So years ago, I used to be a part-time fitness model, a gym freak. I've done all studies on nutrition, etc. It was my part-time job as a fitness model, as like not a bodybuilder who was on stage, but I was a part-time fitness model. So I used to go to the gym, build my physique up, and work with photographers. I was a proper gym goer. I did all studies on the nutrition, like I said. I've got a wealth of knowledge on it. And back in 2013, it was my part-time job as a part-time fitness model. But in 2012, and the reason why I'm mentioning this, because of what I've just seen what Paul's just said, I modelled for Chef Wednesday Football Club. Yes, I know. I had to have the Chef Wednesday, not the shirt. They didn't do the shirts, but I had to have a Chef Wednesday, like big raincoat on, Chef Wednesday dressing gown, Chef Wednesday shorts, a Sheffield Wednesday t-shirt, like with the owl on it. I modelled for Chef Wednesday Football Club because the agency who I was with, they like put obviously what's the word? What you call audition out? And I auditioned, and I says, "Yeah, I'm available. I want to do it," and I got it. And they basically Chef Wednesday Football Club that year. I don't know if it was to do with costs. I mean, no pun intended, but going to what's happening now recently with Chef Wednesday, it might have been that. But that year they wanted just neutrals modelling for the football club for the catalogue and the for the posters, etc. And they used people from agencies. They didn't use any players, I don't think, and they used people. And I actually modelled for Chef Wednesday Football Club in 2012 with all the gear on. I got a free pair of Adidas trainers for it, but it were a laugh. It were all right. Okay. But Chef Wednesday to me, I still see Premier League days with Reggie Blinker, David Hurst, Kevin Pressman, Chris Wood, Graham Hyde, I think it was, Benito Carboni. Is it Wim Vonk? I think the tall Dutch striker, I think it was. Peter Whittingham. They've had some really good players, man. Some really good players. Chrissy Waddle. What a footballer he was. What a footballer Chris Waddle was. So yeah, I modelled for Chef Wednesday Football Club, and obviously I did modelling for our part-time fitness model. It was my job. I used to have a really, really good physique, not blowing smoke up my own ass, nowhere near in shape now like I used to be. And I have my art issue, which I think I've told people I've got a bit of a tickle problem. Hopefully having an operation this year, and I've had it for 9 years now. It stopped a few things. I'm not allowed to run no more. I'm not allowed to really train properly in gym. And it's a bastard because I've never smoked, never took drugs. I don't drink alcohol, and I've got a ticker issue. So hopefully, for the first time, which will be 10 year next April, this year or maybe early into next year when I have the operation, because I have been in hospital a few times with it over the last 9 years, they can sort it because I have something called, just a bit personal, but this is it. We build a community, people. I've got something called SVT, superior ventricular tachycardia, where I've got a bit of damaged tissue on my chamber in my ticker, and it can just trigger any time and cause really bad problems, and it can be linked to an heart attack sometimes. So hopefully they can sort it. So yeah, it's just a bit about me, people. When you mentioned Chef Wednesday, yeah, I modelled for him, man, in 2012. And my cousin were like, "Oh, Rich, I've just gone into Chef Wednesday Football Club shop and you're there on billboard." And I was like, "Really?" And I did see it on the website. I did see it. Right, where are we? Paul Lawless, Chef Wednesday fan, Eros, Mikel, stubborn, smug prick, Arteta, Rich. That's a nice ring to it. Yeah, I've used it all way through. SSP, strategy sick pay, stubborn, smug prick. But yeah, I like the stubborn, smug prick. I do. Eros, great community. Mike Harmon, big up Chef Wednesday. Hopefully the club can sort their situation out. I know it's gone mad, mate. Miss Elder, Paul Lawless, exactly. This clown mirrors the silly fans. Look at the over the top celebrations that the fans did at Box Park. I think the vid is from AFTV. Yeah, and Arteta when the equaliser went in. Yeah, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, Miss Elder. It really is. And then Guna, at Paul Ellis, I was at Chef Wednesday at the Arsenal match when Paolo Di Canio, we always forget about him. What a footballer he won. That goal he scored for West Ham. Never forget that. Paolo Di Canio, what a player. Di Canio and Carboni were a nightmare for defenders. Well, for teams back in the day, they really were. Canio pushed over the referee, Paul Alkirk, in 1998. Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, when he pushed referee and he's like, oh. He only touched him a little bit. Miss Elder, E. Ross, Peppermint Freedom, big up, Rich. Good luck with your treatment. Thank you very much, Peppermint. Hopefully it gets sorted, mate. Really do. Paul Lawless, Chris Waddle, PFA Player of the Year 1993 at Wednesday. Classic clip of him putting gigs on his arse. I agree with Arteta being an issue. Defo sets up negativity. Yeah, Chris Waddle, quality player, mate. Great dribbler, great football brain. Right, what we got? I've been going 2 hours now, people. I might do another 20 minutes. And they're going to reach 99. Arsenal, the fact that you don't smoke, drink, and eat healthy has minimized the impact of your SVT and better place to recover from the surgery. To fit, yeah, well, I hope so. And then, like I said, I would love to try and build the physique back what I used to have. I'm nowhere near in shape like I used to be. Absolutely nowhere near, people. I'm really not. I mean, if I showed you pictures how I used to look, you would not believe it. You'd probably think, "Wow, I had all my hair on my head." I know we age a bit, and I'm 39 now, but I had to stop for certain reasons. So yeah, hopefully the ablation. That's what the procedure is going to be called, ablation, where they either burn or have to freeze a certain like this part of tissue off. Because you've got your top chambers, bottom chambers, your atrial and your ventricle, and like my bottom chambers just do not work properly, and they're like literally like window wipers going crazy. And it sets it off. So yeah, I was in hospital November last year for 15 days, and they finally decided that I need to have an ablation, need to remove it because it will just keep triggering. But I'm on medication now every day. But I still work full time. I still do full nights work. I work 4 nights a week, every single week. So yeah, and I'm on medication. And this year, touch wood, I've not had an episode. So hopefully it stays that way. But yeah, sometimes people when you build a community, you talk about football. Of course, you do, preferably football club, which is Arsenal's, mine, and other clubs, which I love talking about. I love talking about football. Other clubs, I could talk all day. Honestly, I could. But then you start wanting to tell people a bit about, and it just reminded me when Paul Lawless obviously mentioned Chef Wednesday. I thought, I just want to tell people. I did. I managed. Managed. I modelled for him. Paul Arteta is deluded, dominated complaints of dark arts, but his team go down screaming with little contact. Paul, another new guy in the chat. Big up to you, my guy. Arteta is deluded. He is. It's like I don't know what to say no more. What to keep saying, or what's his next negative move? His bad move going to be? What do you know? What? Well, Sunday, I think you'll play Martinelli, which again, and I've said this already a few times. Yeah, you think right, give Martinelli a chance, give Martinelli a go. He might be on form this season. He might surprise us all. He might shock us all. We might be eating our words. He might be a decent striker, a left winger this season. I don't think he will, especially when he starts, because Arteta will get the full grip of him and make him play more defensively. But the thing is with that, like we all know, which I've shown you my team selection, which I think Arteta will go with, Odegaard comes back into that team if he's fit, and then that stops Eze playing. And that's where I don't want to happen. I want Eze as Arsenal's number 10 every single game. I want him to play the number 10. F. Martin Odegaard is the weakest captain in football. Seriously. I have not seen a weaker captain than Martin Odegaard. I'm not just making up words and like making it sound better than it is. I am embarrassed that Martin Odegaard is the captain of Arsenal Football Club when I think I've seen Tony Adams, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, other clubs, John Terry, Roy Keane, Steven Gerrard. I'm really embarrassed that we've got the weakest captain I have ever seen in football. And I can't remember, especially those 6 players I've just seen, not one of those players goes a full season underperforming like Martin Odegaard last season. No chance. No way. If they did, I'd like people to tell me in chat, but your captain is a leader, a winner. Got to be vocally heard, he's got to inspire players. You've got to look at, imagine Tony Adams when he was captain and you've got players underperforming. Those players are going to think Adams is going to batter us in changing room at half time. He really is going to lay into us. He's going to absolutely rip us to pieces. Patrick Vieira, mate, he's going to batter us. When we get in that changing room, he's going to rip into us. Martin Odegaard, this is what Martin Odegaard will do. Ready? You, over there. First off, not very good. Not very good. But come here. I've got something to... Big cuddle. That's all Martin Odegaard will give you. That's what you get. That's how I see Martin Odegaard. He'll go around cuddling his players at half time. And Naguna, watching this Arteta Arsenal isn't good for anybody's heart. No. And on here, sometimes I'm like, oh, chill it. No raising voice too much, but sometimes I can't help it, people. I really can't. I honestly can't. Eros, good luck with your treatment. In all seriousness, you are a top man. Eros, thank you very much, my guy. Honestly, thank you very much. And I hope they do sort it, because 10 years next April, people. 10 years since I first had my episode. Mike Irwin, I follow Stevenage too, my local team. They're flying at the moment. Yes, they are. In League One, sitting second behind Bradford. Bradford top at league at the moment. Static, 22 likes, like and subscribe. Yes, people, please do subscribe and keep smashing likes. Waha, hey Rich, chat, good luck with your treatment. Was good to see Arteta losing his shit over little time wasting end of the first half. Waha, I remember, you haven't been in chat for a bit, but I remember you're a Man United fan. And I've spoke about Man United on this stream. I personally think Man United is in a very tricky situation because over the years, like Ten Hag's wasted a lot of money, etc. And I'm not saying you're going to keep with Ruben Amorim. He seems a bit stubborn. It's just that back three or nothing, and I don't think he's got the right back three. I believe Man United still have to spend 150 million on 2 centre backs and 150 million on the midfield. Now I don't know if it's 2 enforcers or an enforcer and a creative player. I don't know. But I still believe Man United's got about 300 million to spend, because to get your centre back pairing, to get a defence locked in and sorted, it's not easy. It really isn't. Arsenal have, and that's the only thing I can say, people, about Mikel Arteta. Cheers for building a great defence. And this is me. I will criticise something when it factually needs criticising, and I will always praise when it needs factually praising. And I will say, Mikel Arteta has built a great defence at Arsenal. I'm sure we can all agree on that. I'm sure we can. He has built a great defence at Arsenal. That's the only thing I can say he's done for Arsenal. That's it. He went 3 years without signing a striker and a backup for Saka. It cost us a title. There's no plan B. He stopped us from getting to Wembley. There's no final. There's no trophies. And they are facts. Just going to go in Calafiore if he's Murphy or Lenga next week. Think he will struggle personally. I'll tell you something, Murphy, mate. I'm telling you now, Murphy is a freaking baller. And this is a guy at Newcastle was out the door years ago. He's a baller. He will score goals. No, I mean, I don't think he'll have the same season this season, but he scored like 7 goals last season. Rich, you are a good guy. Good luck with your heart treatment. With your treatment, legend. Thank you very much, Static. Yeah, much appreciated, man. Good luck with your treatment, Rich. Gavin L, big up Waha. Peppermint Freedom. Shame that Odegaard seems to have recovered now, as they should be in that. Yeah, I know. I know. Worst time, Peppermint. Worst time. Because Saka, we all want in the right wing position. Of course, we want Saka back in team. 100% we do. We do. Peppermint Freedom facts. At least yesterday we had a big man to go and confront the referee, not a twink like Odegaard. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I personally think Declan Rice should be captain, but then it's Gabby, then it's Gabriel, and he had to be careful yesterday because he were chirping at ref, and I thought he's going to book him. But big on it, big up to him, mate. That's what you want. You want a physical presence, a leader, a warrior, someone who's vocally heard. That's what you want as a captain. You don't want a little mouse what goes around giving cuddles. Waha, you go give Odegaard a hug and you'll have a lump of snot on your shoulder. Yeah, absolutely. Waha, oh yeah, we're screwed. Waha, I think wing backs are the priority. If Amorim is in charge because his formation won't ever work with such useless wing backs. Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point, actually. I think if you play it, yeah, I agree. I do. If it's that back three, I think you need to have really good. Back five, you need those perfect wing backs. I really do. Eros Twink. I know I heard that word for ages. Joseph Colagoldi. Martinelli has been excellent last 2 games, coming on as a striker. Why not 4-4-2 Martinelli? Yeah. Never going to see it there with Arteta, Joseph, but that's a decent shot, mate. Well, having said that, I'd rather him gone. Yeah, who would you take now though, Waha, at Man United? Where do you go? Where do you go? Where is Inzaghi's taken up? Ancelotti's at Brazil. Obviously, Inzaghi's in Saudi League. Enrique is going to be next Man City manager. I don't think you get him. I honestly think it's nailed on for him to be Man City manager, and it could happen even as early as halfway through this season or next season. Diego Simone, I would have him at Arsenal tomorrow. What approach do Man United do next? Do they go hold with loads of experience, won multiple titles? Do they go middle age, like a bit like Amorim? Do they go even younger? I mean, it's becoming tricky for Man United. Having said that, I'd rather him gone. Peppermint Freedom, Amorim and Teta must have went to the SSP school. Stubborn smug prick school, yeah. Absolutely. Strategy sick pay school. Yeah, Peppermint, we love this, man. We love that one. SSP, strategy sick pay school. Well, I'd take Carrick first. Yeah, Michael Carrick, decent shot. Well, then try with Albert Riera. He's coaching in Slovenia. Liga Seligi. I've heard of that team when he had so many teams where I used to watch football of at World. Plays attacking football, got to the quarterfinal of the Conf League last year. Well, only barely lost to Fiorentina with a couple of great De Gea saves. That's good. That I've never heard of him though. I must admit I've not heard of him. Enaguna, Joe's kind of golden. It's ironic that Martinelli scored twice by being played through the middle. Yeah, but Arteta will still play him on the wings as a hybrid forward slash defender, which destroys Martinelli. Yeah. I great point. And then, yeah, two central positions were Martinelli's last two goals, and yes, obviously the first goal, the goal against Bilbao, it was that fast little touch where it nearly went behind him, and he managed to keep it under control, and he hit it fast to get his run going. His finish wasn't the best. He run it goalkeeper. It wasn't very hard, but yesterday, I mean, that was top class. That were a world class finish, and Donnarumma's a giant. That was brilliant from Martinelli. Absolutely class. Fantastic from him. Because with Martinelli, and it's been said, when he's someone who struggles when he has to think about it too much. So I can see why this conversation comes in, and I do agree that he's more of a striker, because picture it in your head when you think like yesterday, ball gets it over the top, and then it's you and goalkeeper straight away. It's you and goalkeeper. Ball gets hit over the top. Brilliant ball by Eze, which we knew because obviously he's got the creative spark and he's one of the best creative midfielders in Europe. But this manager fucked it up yesterday, as always. But when you think about it, ball comes over the top from Eze, sets Martinelli on a run. That's it. It's Martinelli and Donnarumma. There's no time to think. All he's thinking about is right, through and goal. He's going to be with me in a minute. He's going to be with me, or he's coming out like yesterday's example scenario. And I can see why that people say he's definitely best as a striker, and I do agree. I do agree now. I used to think he were 3 years ago a really good left winger, but last 3 seasons, well, starting meaning this season now, this is third season in a row where he's been rubbish. But I have been saying this in chat. I haven't said it for a bit. Help him, help him. If you're not going to do nothing, sell him. Stop wrecking his career. Stop wrecking him. We all like Martinelli. He freaking loves Arsenal Football Club. You can see it. And some players, you just wish they'd become a legend at this club. And I did. I honestly wanted Martinelli to be a legend. So I kept saying, if you're not going to do nothing, sell him. Or if you're going to keep him, for fuck's sake, help him. Give him a new role. Give him a new role. And yesterday, it was great to see. Ball over the top, and next minute, it's him and goal. It's him and Donnarumma. And he looks effective. He looks effective. But when he's on wing, he's got to be like, best way to explain it, doing all the work himself. He's got to run it down the wing. He might have to come back in, cut in. And I think that's where Martinelli struggles when he's on that wing and he's running down the wing, but then he's got to cut inside and then put the ball in net. Yes, he's done it before, but I think that's where he struggles. And I don't think that's his strongest game, where when he's central, the ball like yesterday with Eze, over the top, bang. There's no turning. You don't need to turn. You're straight through on goal, and you're running, and it's you at goalkeeper. And I think that's where Martinelli is more effective. So you know what? I would like to see him used as a striker this season, because stop wrecking his career. Help him. Help him. Play him as a forward guy, as a striker. Not the wing no more. Not the wing. But will it happen? Probably not. Probably not. Not with this manager. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Right, here we go. Static, Rich, I must go. Take care. Big up Static, my guy. Go and subscribe to Static as well, people, if you already haven't. James Conagore in Jacka, Sean Longstaff, Williams, all better players than Agati, in my opinion. Yeah, all get sticking when tackles. What does Amorim see in Agati? Awful. Yeah, we're good at PSV. Sorry, PS. Why am I saying PSV? PSG. He was good at Sporting Lisbon, Agati. And then he went to PSG, and it didn't really happen, mate. And it's not really happened at Man United. He's not that good. He's not that good. And Sean Longstaff's a baller. Sean Longstaff is a baller. And Will Hughes, mate. Will Hughes, it seems like he's been around for about 25 years in Premier League. You remember him at Derby County, man. Then at Watford. And Glasner's brought him back into this Palace team, and he starts. He starts. It's same as Kamada, who was at Frankfurt with him, who then went to Lazio, I think, and it didn't really work. And he's come to Crystal Palace and he starts. Glasner's one of those players. Glasner's one of those managers, a bit like Eddie Howe. He seems to find a tune out of all his players. It seems to be working, and Eddie Howe does the same. Where are we? Well, Celje really enjoyed to watch, and they're not even top two richest in Slovenia. I remember Sergej, however you pronounce him. I remember when you bet, like you used to do, you'd see all clubs. Lion City Sailors in the Singapore League, I think, or Indonesia League, I think it was. You come across all teams, man. Mike Herman, hearing that Fabregas is our next choice after Arteta, I don't want another. I do not want Fabregas. As much as he's a legend, Arsenal, do not bring Fabregas to Arsenal Football Club. Do not bring Fabregas. I don't want any more ex-players in the backroom staff, on the board, as a manager. No, absolutely not. Do not want it. Well, Albert Riera played for Liverpool. Ah, is that who it is? Is that who it is? Riera. When you mentioned his name, I thought that sounds familiar. Albert Riera played for Liverpool. Dark hair, black hair, Waha. I think it was. I remember him. I think I remember him. Let me think of era. This will be a tricky one. Was it around? Maybe 204, around that area, Invincible area, 204, 205. I remember him, I'm sure I do. He was part of the Espanyol team that got to the UEFA Cup finals in the early thousands. Mike Harmon, if we get Fabregas, it will be another project all over. Yeah, I do not want it. Do not want it. Just going to go in because Martinelli is contributing to goals more likely. He stays as a sub. Trossard will be on the one to move on. Yeah, and we'll get about 15 million for Trossard now. Where Riera even scored in that final. It was 2007, lost to Sevilla on pens in the end. I think I remember this Albert Riera. I really do. Let's have a look. 2008, 2000. Oh, so a little bit off. Not. Dark hair. I remember him man dark hair. And he's Spanish. I remember him. Yeah, I was going to say he was Spanish. Yeah, teams coached NK Kisielji. Kelej, I think you pronounce it like that. Out here, Ortega is a Spanish professional manager and former player who is the manager of Slovenian Prava League club. Yeah, I remember. Man. I remember him now. When you said name, I thought that sounds quite familiar. So, everybody, I am going to wrap up in about 5 minutes. Thank you very much as well, people, for jumping in chat. It's been a great chat. It's been really good. Some new people have joined as well. And yeah, it's been good. It's been good to talk about other clubs as well. I do like that. But again, everybody's annoyed. Everybody's so pissed off from yesterday. The fans, what have got standards, what raise the club's standards, what raise the standards towards Arsenal. We're pissed off. We're annoyed. We're angered. We're not like these others, these Aries, Cantons, Igels, Rory, Moneypenny, who are just going to bullshit all day and try and do anything and think of any excuse they can to mask over it just to make it look like Arteta didn't mess up massively. They'll do anything to make sure it don't go on him. It's not all on Arteta. They'll be all day thinking of excuses because they're wankers and they're cowards, a lot of them. So I just see this, people. I'm going to try and end it in about 2 minutes. Arsenal's title's finished. It's over. I never said they'd win Premier League to start with this season. I said we'd finish fifth. I have got that wrong. I have got it wrong. I did say Chelsea will even finish above Arsenal, which they're not because they've messed up and signed too many attacking players. They didn't need Garnacho, no chance. But our title's finished, people. And when people hear that, the first thing they're going to say, "Oh, you can't say that. You can't say it. It's like 5 games in, 5, 6 games in." You need to really stop thinking how many games it's in and think of the points tally. That's the first thing you need to think of in your head. Ah, yeah, it's a bit of a gap in it. That's a gap. That is a gap that we're 5 points behind. And I do think Newcastle will beat us on Sunday. And Liverpool have bloody hell, I've just looked and all. Crystal Palace away, I think it is. I think they'll win. I think they'll win. I think they will beat that. Will beat Crystal Palace. So it's over. I'm 100% Arsenal's title is over, and I have predicted about 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks, Arsenal's title will be finished by October. And you know why? Not because of the players what we've got, because we've got some fantastic players now at our club. It's because of one man who keeps bringing problems to Arsenal Football Club every single season. Where it's not playing a different formation, it's stubbornness. There's no plan B. Whether he's playing players out of position, he does everything to jeopardise Arsenal really going to that next level. We've got some fantastic players, people, at Arsenal Football Club, but I'm afraid, and I've said it over and over and over and over again, Mikel Arteta is not the manager for Arsenal Football Club. The job is too big for him, and you will never, ever see Arsenal win a Premier League title while Arteta is the manager, and that is facts. And I will be right, and so will so many other people. What we've said, we are right, and we will be right. While ever Arteta is the manager of Arsenal, you will never see Arsenal win a Premier League title. Fortunately, I can say I've seen us win 3 Premier League titles, Invincibles, FA Cups, against Parma, Alan Smith, Smudger, European Cup, Coca-Cola Cup, Arsenal, Chef Wednesday over 2 legs. I've seen a lot. I wish I'd seen more, but I've seen a lot. But I've seen the clips of the 71 Charlie George lying on the floor against Liverpool in the FA Cup, Mickey Thomas running through on goal, scoring against Liverpool, 89, winning the league. And I just don't know how this stops. Personally, the only way it can stop is new owners come in, wipe the lot out, and give Andre Berta the keys and say, "Now bring us the best manager you think is possible, the best suited to win Premier League titles." Because we're new owners and we are not fucking about. We want that Premier League title in our first season because we've got great players at this football club. We've been watching in the background. We've pounced. We've took the club over. We've brought the Kroenkes. This is a pipe dream, by the way. Now we want the Premier League title. No process, no absolute bullshit process, no phase numbers. We want the Premier League title in the first season. Andre Berta, the keys are yours. Get the best manager. Go and get the best manager because this club, we've been looking in the background. We've been in the background for a long time. We've pounced. We've took the club off the Kroenkes. It's our club now. Again, pipe dream, wishful thinking from me. Go and find us the best manager to take Arsenal where they belong, right back to the top and winning Premier League titles. But Kroenkes are going nowhere. Mikel Arteta's going nowhere. So get ready, people. Buckle up for another title challenge, wasted and gone, and see Liverpool win the Premier League title. At first, I thought Man City would win it. I've got that wrong. As I do, hands up. Got it wrong. Got it wrong. That's the thing with me, people, and other people. We're not like the Harrison Mews, Roy Talks BS, Tom Cantons, Igal, Agan, Wellbeast, all the lot. I don't even know that Wellbeast is ain't got a freaking clue. Moneypenny. We've got the bollocks. We always can put our hand up and say, we got it wrong. So I'm so annoyed yesterday. I'm so annoyed, and this manager just gets away with everything. He don't even get challenged in his interviews. And you know what? I'll kind of leave it on this bit. massive respect, and I keep using this, I keep mentioning it now, massive respect to the female reporter who interviewed Mikel Arteta when we played PSG in the second leg, because soon as he mentioned Enrique and the bench said Arsenal was the best team on the night. She was having none of it. Big up to her. Big up to her. She was having. Sorry, who said that? She was having none of it. English media. Oh, okay, Mikel. Yeah, right. Is that what Enrique said? And PSG bench said it. Oh, wow, wow. Is that what they said, Mikel? Yeah. She were having none of it. And soon as she went, sorry, who said that? He shit bricks. He was like a shitting dog. He was like that. Oh my God. She's pulled me up on it. She ain't gonna let this go. And he were like, she asked him again. And he were like, yeah. They said it. Yeah. Enrique said it. But he didn't even have the bollocks to look her straight in their eye. He were like that, eyes going up and down, blinking, because he knows she was not falling for it. She was probably laughing her head off in her head. She was probably laughing in her head, thinking, what an absolute prick you are, that you're going to stoop that low. You'll lie and pretend PSG bench and Enrique said you were a better team at night. Did they bollocks say that? Enrique even came out about a week or so later and says the two teams what gave him problems that season was Aston Villa and Liverpool. And they did. And BBK as well. BBK, you know, don't forget about BBK. I've been live on I've been on his channel. Brilliant guy as well. Views on sport. There's so many. Latvian Guna, Jez is Arsenal. Aaron talks Arsenal. There's so many. Shane Guna, DJB, Matty Southern Guna. Man, there's so many. There's so many. Dark Side, Brennick. There's so many. Dal. Oregon Goon. There's so many channels, mate. There's so many channels, and I probably forgot some. I do apologise for you. Have. So right, I am going to wrap up, people. Thank you very much. I might even jump on back. I might jump on later on. I don't know. It's just good to talk, man. It is good to talk, and it's great when other fans from other clubs join in and talk and all. I want to hear Forest fans. I want to hear what Tottenham think. You can jump in my channel. Chelsea fans. It's brilliant. I go in, yep, it's over. And the frustrating thing is, if we went for it at Anfield, it probably wouldn't have been. But does Arteta lose sleep over it or give a second thought? No chance. Does he fuck? All he thinks about is, yeah, didn't get beat. Pep didn't beat me. Pep didn't beat me. Did not beat me. Where are we? Endiguna at Rich 99 Arsenal. Taryn from BBK Sports met Rebecca Lowe, who hosts the US coverage of the Premier League. She told him that Arteta is an arrogant prick. No, she did not. Really? Really? And I think I've heard of this Rebecca Lowe as well. Is that what she said? Arteta is an arrogant prick. Oh my God. I love that. That's made my day. That's crazy. Taryn, yes, my guy. BBK, yes, BBK, absolutely. I love that. If that's crazy, man. Well, BBK, tell me something I don't know. Absolutely. And while as a Man United fan, people. And they're going to cheers, Rich 99 Arsenal, and all watching. Catch you on another shows later on. Yeah, I might jump on later on, people. When I say later, it could be about 11 o'clock. I'm not sure, but absolutely, man. Brilliant chat today. Some new people jumped in. We had a prick who were, just these immature little childs, mate. It's embarrassing. In fact, I'm gonna have to scroll. No, did I get rid of him? Oh shit, I can't remember. I know one last night what jumped in. Well, I were on at 1:30 early hours this morning. I can't remember. So we've got Miss Elder. I mean, everybody welcomed her straight in. That was great to see. Paul Lawless, Chef Wednesday fan. That was great. I don't know if I can't. I'm thinking I blocked him. That Chris, I got rid of him. Did I get rid of him? I don't think I did. I remember at 1:30 this morning there was one in. Yanni, I think his name is whatever. I got rid of him. Oh, let me just go back now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think it's getting close. There's one here. Uh, this were one. This were at 4:30. What 4:26? Juju Arteta. Nobody asked me about the midfield three in Bilbao. True visionary tactico. I can't make sense if he's protecting Arteta or not with that. I can't make sense. Where is that one? What was it? Might be still up here actually. Where is it? I think his name was Chris. Here we are. Putting City above Arsenal says it all from you. Dirty. He didn't even spell that right. Nowhere near right. Dirty, stinking plastics. Putting City above Arsenal says, yeah, these are just immature, mate. They are freaks of the freaks, weirdos. Right, that's got rid of him. That's blocked him. He ain't going to be coming back. Where are we going? Where are we going? Let me just read these last chats and then I'm out. And actually, Mike Herman didn't get beat, but most of the games he's been unbeaten against him have been draws. Yep. And they're going to Rich 99 Arsenal. You can ask Taran yourself. He said it on his show last week. Yeah, I believe you, 100%, 100%. I think it's amazing though that she told him that. Well, take care, Rich. Everybody, do take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you are over the world, all different times. And they're gonna, you need to set up some mods at Rich 99 Arsenal. Yeah, I've been thinking about that, and then I mean, I don't get loads idiots jumping in my channel yet, but I've had a few. I've had some when I first started. I had about 3 when I was new to it all. I'm still learning everything. It's still a load to learn, I think. Uh, but they do jump in. I had one early hours, and I just block them sometimes really quickly now, faster than he used to. Well, Chris, he been on Taran's before, and then blocked him. Oh, thank you very much, that was. So, yeah, his picture looks stupid and all. Well, I guess he's making the rounds. Yeah, they're that sad, mate. They're pathetic and immature. That's what they do, just jump in people's channel. They've probably not even watched Arsenal play ever. Ending Guna, I did indeed block Chris on Taran's channel. Guy was trolling. Yeah, well, I've blocked him. I have blocked him, Ending. But thank you very much for that, people. And I will set mods up as well. I'm going to start learning a lot more things just lately. Lately. I am going to start learning a lot more things as time goes on. Because I work full time and that. And sometimes, be truthfully honest with you, I just think I can't be asked to be on YouTube and learning this and learning that. I work 4 nights a week every week, and sometimes I'm just like, I cannot be fucked to mess around with YouTube all day. Then there's sometimes where I just want to stay on. I've nearly done 3 hours, and yeah. So everybody, I am going to end right now. Thank you very much for joining, jumping in the chat. It's been brilliant, great chat. Shared a few things, etc. And enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you do. And I might just jump back on later on. Who knows? Thank you very much, people. And thank you very much for liking. I know new people in the chat have subbed as well.